transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your bedroom, living room, or home office, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
This football season, your best ever. Full VSiN Pro access, daily best bets with the leaderboard to see who has the hot hand. Betting splits to show you where the money and bets are moving every game. Betting systems and analysis from the professional handicappers and the 24/7 video access. Grab the football season special. Full VSiN Pro access now through the Super Bowl, just $175, or the monthly subscription for just $9.99. See why VSiN Pro is your ticket to a winning season. VSiN.com/subscribe. VSiN.com/subscribe. Go get it. Credible offer. A couple other props I wanted to mention. How many missed extra points Sunday? Over, under 3.5.
Oh, God, that's over.
Yep. Successful 2-point conversions. 2.5. Over -150. And will every team score a touchdown? Yes is plus 425.
I'm not betting.
That's also out there, too. Good stuff. A lot of that.
You cannot bet that after you just yelled and screamed at how the Patriots are only they're 6-1.
Yeah.
Well, come on. It should be even money.
Yeah. Your Steeler angle too, right? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Tonight, I know that you like the Eagles, or we're on a little bit different sides of this game. Here's what I like going into it. LaFleur has done they blew their chance to win another Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers. Okay. Get that out of my system. But since he took the job in 2019, he is 53-37 ATS over those 5 seasons. Only Dan Campbell is better. Also, he has been an underdog 32 times, 22-10 ATS. And they have covered on average by 4 points in those games. This is where it's really good. This is like scripted plays, right? The first 15, Andy Reid always so good at it. LaFleur has been good at it. How about the first games of the season? In the first 3 weeks of the regular season, LaFleur is 13-2 ATS. That's incredible. Has his team ready to go out of the gates every single year. And I'll point it out that away from home as a favorite, Jalen Hurts, 6-14-1. On paper, this Eagles team is loaded. You like the, how do you not? I guess like both new coordinators coming in for Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Clear upgrade the way it seems.
That's big. And they got it. Well, they got to fix the rushing defense with both of them. And that's why, you could even be higher on Green Bay that they hated Barry and they were 28th against the run. And then does Love take the next step now? And does he just pick off where he left off and continue? And then the Packers closed 6-0 ATS and the debacle with the Eagles, who closed 0-7 ATS as well. But there was so much stink around it. But the bad chemistry, and they didn't like one another, and the problems Sirianni and Hurts had. They started 10-1, and then it went south, and looked like they didn't want to be there in the playoff game. But Fangio and Moore are going to make a big difference, and they were 30th in the league. Rushing EPA per play allowed. So I just think they're going to win this division, and it could be by margin as well. Maybe like Kansas City's going to do in the AFC West. Mm-hmm. But as far as, with the total, and the field talk and what's going to happen, they don't want to be there and don't leave the hotel and don't take any jewelry and your concerns for your safety. Brown says it's a business trip. It's not a vacation. We're coming out here to take care of business, and I just think the Eagles are right there with Detroit, one of the best teams in the NFC, if not the best team. I like their chances to win the Super Bowl, and I think they responded. We see the great offense that we saw 2 years ago, and they were so good in the acquisition of Barkley, and I think Hurts is in for a big year. I think Hurts goes over his rushing yards tonight. 36.5 is too low. And you got the quick picks and all the boosts out there, too. Will he have either 300 passing or 75 rushing in the game? Is plus 250. I mentioned the Brazilian butt lift at DK. Rushing touchdown the first half is 2-1. But I'm really interested to see these two running backs, though. What does Barkley bring to the table? What does he also do? Can they get him going in the passing game?
Sure.
And then I know you're high on Jake.
365 with a special presentation of the iMedia One Network on the Live 365 Network and the Live 365 app.
And from Oberlin, Ohio, it is the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio, WRQX AM 600, The Patriot. And we make the trip just about a little over 100 miles from the Youngstown area for the Firelands Falcons hosting the 2-0 Poland Bulldogs. Hello, everyone. Jim Craven with you, along with the coach, Bob Gesser, coming to you from high atop the stadium here at Firelands. And Coach, for the first time, I think in a long time, we have a rain-soaked night. But also the story is it's going to be probably the one time this year that we're going to see a game on natural grass.
Yeah, it's looks like it's raining pretty good. We came up here, and it has been absolutely torrential downpour. So it's going to be interesting on footing and exactly what's going on the field. So I saw some snaps being dropped. So I don't think there's going to be too much passing today, but there's going to be a whole lot of running. So look out and strap it up, and here we go.
Light rain now as it is slowed down a little bit here as we've been here for a little while anyway.
Yeah.
And had to make a run and got a little wet, but not a problem here. The Poland Bulldogs, they come in at 2-0 after a win over Howland last week. Scoring went like this. First quarter action at 10-11, Vito Camaro on a 39-yard run. He'd get into the end zone to give Poland the 7-0 lead. In the second quarter, 4:25, Howland's Joshua Jarvis would pick off a Camaro pass and return it 34 yards for a touchdown. And that would make the game 7-7. But just before the half, it would be Vito Camaro again. He would scamper 18 yards into the end zone to give Poland the lead as they went into the locker room at halftime. Third quarter action. At 5:17, it was Ricky Madeline on the 24-yard run to increase the Poland lead. In the fourth quarter, the freshman David Zipolitas at 10:42, he would run 24 yards into the end zone. It would be all Poland here as the second half rolled on. With 2:15 left, Pano Zipolitas would have a 7-yard run into the end zone, and it would be topped off, Coach, by the drop snap fumble by the backup quarterback for Howland, and Nate Mullins would pick that up and run it back 22 yards to cap off a 41-7 win for the Poland Bulldogs. So the Bulldogs shutting out the Howland offense, although they got the return for the interception for a touchdown. But nonetheless, playing well on both sides of the ball are the Poland Bulldogs.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I talked to Keelan Dykes, one of their ex-player of mine, and coach there at Howland, and, he advised us that the running back that they had was the real deal. And in pregame and warm-ups, I'll tell you what, he really looked amazing out there. But unfortunately, Poland had his number. They shut him down. I think my brother said that he had less than 100 yards rushing that game. So outstanding job by the defense. They bent a little bit, but they didn't break.
And certainly one thing you'll say about the Poland defense, two elements for them has been fast and aggressive. They have been on point, and I'll tell you, everybody from the quarterback playing both ways down has been pretty much laying the hits. I don't know how else to put it. They have been a physical defense.
Yes, they have. And this, like I said, it's going to be a wet field, wet football. So this is going to be interesting because I doubt you're going to see too much passing. And if it is, I'm going to think it's going to be something that's going to be short. But you're going to see a whole lot of running today.
Certainly here, the field in great condition here. Appears that it is well taken care of. However, again, rain steady here for the last 2 or 3 hours in the Oberlin area. We'll see how that affects the game as we go on. We're going to step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we will have the Malutic Live Coach's Corner. Our own Mark Means had the opportunity to speak with Coach Tom Pavlansky. We'll hear what he had to say about last week and his expectations for Week 3 of the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week. All that and more coming up here on the pregame. You're listening to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600, The Patriot. We're back after this.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on the iMedia One network. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region and beyond in pursuit of a premier amateur football league championship. And if you're looking to continue your playing or coaching career after high school, college, or even the pros, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football or call owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football.
Discount Power Sports at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard is hosting a raffle for a 125cc Ventura ATV. Tickets are $30 each and 100 tickets are available. For each raffle, when those 100 are gone, a winner will be drawn and a new raffle will begin. Tickets can be purchased at any Hubbard home game or at 778 North Main Street or by calling 330-717-4441. $1,500 from each raffle will go toward a scholarship for the Hubbard Youth Coalition.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Now return you to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week on the iMedia One Network. Pre-game show continues, joined by Coach Pavlansky, the head coach of the Poland Bulldogs. So, Coach, your team's off to a good start at 2-0, a nice 41-7 win over Howland last week.
Yeah, really proud of the kids and the coaches. They've worked hard. They're checking off boxes as to answering questions as to what we can do, what we can't do, and really proud of our guys.
I know we talked about it last week, but you still got to be excited the way the defense is playing. You've only given up 7 first 2 games.
Really, they've only given up 10, because we gave up a pick 6 on Friday. So again, defensively, we played really well, got to the ball well, tackled well, and we just got to keep on working and get better.
What is it after 2 wins that you're focusing on making this team improve at?
Well, I think we still got to get better. It's such a young team. It's still early in the season. We got to get better at everything. And going into this, should we take better care of the football? Because we had 3 turnovers in the first half last week, and anytime you have 3 turnovers in a game, more likely than not, it's going to be really hard to get a win, especially against the teams, and this weekend, especially against Fireland.
Coach, you said you've got a young squad. What is it like taking them on the road for the first time this year?
Yeah, we're going to find out. We're trying to prepare them as best we can, but we have a long journey, about 105 miles from here, and so we got to make sure we just stay focused, stay locked in, and try to keep it as simple as possible, and be ready to go on Friday night.
What is the game plan against a team like Fireland?
Fireland is a big, strong team. They're by far the biggest team we face. They're really they got a couple 300 on both sides of the ball. They return a lot of veteran back from the last 2 years. They played a pretty competitive schedule here the first 2 weeks. And so, we got to make sure, again, going on the road, defense needs to travel. We need to make sure we take care of the football, and hopefully we can get to the fourth quarter and we're going to be a ball game.
Finally, what's a key to get a road victory and move to 3-0 on the season?
Yeah, Mark, really, the formula doesn't change. We have to make sure we take care of the football. We got to tackle well and execute all our kicks.
Coach, best of luck. Thank you.
Hey, thanks, Mark.
Green light, let's get it. Green light, let's get it.
Mahoning Valley Federals is the area's minor league football team. After only 2 years in existence and an appearance in the league playoff semifinal game, the Federals are looking to add Valley High School and college talent to help take the next step toward a league championship. For more information on how to become part of the Federals' journey, go to Facebook at the Mahoning Valley Federals Developmental Football Team or contact General Manager John Galbraith at 330-540-1099. The Mahoning Valley Federals, honoring the football tradition in the Valley.
Meludic Live is your home for high school sports. We have all the scores on our social media platforms throughout the games. Enjoy our timely updates from local area schools year-round. You won't get the consistency and reliability from anyone else. Our number one priority is servicing our fans and getting them live news as it's happening. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Meludic_Live. And remember, our fans come first.
The Mahoning Valley's leader for golf, Milk Creek Golf Course, is now booking tee times for 2024. We offer stay and play opportunities available with 9 area hotel partners. For more information, visit our website at millcreekmetroparks.org. Also, look for new, exciting opportunities coming soon, including an indoor player development center with Trackman, an indoor Callaway Club Fitting Center, and an Odyssey Fitting Studio in 2024. Follow us on Facebook at Milk Creek Golf Course or call 330-740-7112.
Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192. We now return you to the Cleveland Cobras high school football game of the week on the iMedia One network.
Pregame continues here from Oberlin, Ohio. The Golden Bulldogs, they get ready to take on the Fireland's Falcons. And, of course, we want to remind you over on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240, Mark Means and Dave Clark are over in Farrell, Pennsylvania for what should be a great matchup between the Farrell Steelers and the Ursuline Irish. Farrell struggling a little bit this year, still a good team. And, of course, Ursuline, they will come in this week at 1-1. They got the big win over Bishop Hartley last week. And on City View Sportscast, only available on the Live 365 network. Then the Shannock Lancers and the Elwood City Wolverines will go at it from Western Pennsylvania. There's a trio of games available all along the iMedia One network. So again, I want to thank you for joining the coach, Bob Gessler, and I, and of course, Dave Ferris and Matt Craven back in the Gessler Propane studio. What a great name for a studio, by the way.
I agree 100%.
Coach, tale of two teams here tonight. Poland comes in at 2-0. They get a 28-10 win over Salem in week 1. They beat Howland soundly 41-7 in week 2. And for the Firelands Falcons, they lose to Edison 47-16 and Vermilion 42-13 respectively. For Firelands, it's a struggle here. You're giving up 40-some points a game. You're scoring about 19.5 offensively. Defensively, they're really struggling.
Yeah, and Poland's going to just attack them. I'm sure they saw film and they saw where the weaknesses up front, and Poland's been pretty stout up offensively, scoring some points. So I think Fireland's going to have a little bit of issue. The only thing it's going to help is it's going to slow the game down. It will all be this field because again, there's no puddles on it, but we don't know what the drainage is like. So that might help them out a little bit.
Certainly one thing we were advised about just before game time, some starting players will not be here tonight. So Oliver McCauley and Tyler Canfield, as well as David Zippolitis, will not be on the field tonight. Josh Maseka will make a limited return. Number one, he is a receiver and defensive back, was banged up, I believe, in week 1, and is trying to make his way back, but he will be in limited action. He will hold on field goals and extra points. And, of course, in a game like this, Coach, one thing you worry about going in the next week against Canfield, and not to look ahead, because I know coaches really don't like when I do that.
No, we don't.
It's you think about the injury factor as playing. This is going to be the only game you play on grass and in this type of weather.
Yeah, and I think if these guys were a little bit banged up and again, seeing some of the scores, they probably felt to themselves that, hey, maybe we should sit these guys, get them healthy, because next week is going to be a very good true test of their football team against Canfield.
Yeah, it certainly will be a great matchup. with Coach Ignacio there in Canfield and Coach Pavlansky here in Poland. We look forward to that. Of course, you can hear that game right here on Western Reserve Radio, WRQX AM 600, 6:35 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff. Coach, we had a coin toss just before the band came on, and what were the results of that?
Fireland won the toss, but they deferred until the second half, and okay, I would have probably wanted to get my my offense on. And the reason why is, as coaches, when you're playing on natural grass and it's raining, as you progress, it's going to get sloppy. So I would like to have somewhat of a fast track, well, however fast it's going to be, but put the ball in their hands and then be able to go and at least try to get a first score in, just because of the field itself, because it's going to get messy.
Sound thinking indeed, Coach. However, this has been the third week in a row where the other team has won the coin toss, and it has backfired on them at least those first two times. And we prepare for the national anthem here, performed by the Firelands Falcons Marching Band.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, this is a band. Our nation's national anthem performed by the Firelands Falcons Marching Band as a steady rain continues here on this Friday evening. We're going to step aside for one more timeout. When we come back, we'll give you the starting lineup for both teams, talk a little bit of uniforms, and continue to update you on this weather, all that and more. Coming up here on the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600, The Patriot. We're back right after this.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on the iMedia One Network. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region and beyond in pursuit of a premier amateur football league championship. And if you're looking to continue your playing or coaching career after high school, college, or even the pros, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football or call owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland.
Discount Power Sports at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard is hosting a raffle for a 125cc Ventura ATV. Tickets are $30 each, and 100 tickets are available. For each raffle, when those 100 are gone, a winner will be drawn and the raffle will begin. Tickets can be purchased at any Hubbard home game or at 778 North Main Street or by calling 330-717-4441. $1,500 each raffle will go toward a scholarship for the Hubbard Youth Coalition.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
a copy of one of the exciting games you heard on the iMedia One Network? Just email us and we'll tell you how to get one. Email davidferris.westernreserveradio@gmail.com. That's DAVIDFERRIS.westernreserveradio@gmail.com.
We now return you to the Cleveland Cobras High School football game of the week on the iMedia One Network.
Pre-game continues here as Dave Ferris back in the Gessler Propane studio tells us this cell may move over here. We may have a great night for football here as the field will still be wet, but a little bit more ball control maybe, and the officials will have an easier time keeping that ball dry.
I gotcha. It's this is going to be a little rough. Hopefully they have, which we had, it looked like a giant gym bag, and what it was a ball dryer. And you put it in this bag, you plug it in, and blows hot air over it, and I'll tell you what, did the job.
They say much about that, the same about me. Anyway, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Firelands Falcons.
Hot air.
We'll start with their defense there. In the secondary, it'll be Sam Charlie, Asher Widener, Max Stinson, and Lucas Green. The linebackers will be Colin Scott, Carter Lehman, Michael Lewis, and Adrian Fortner. Also, they'll be joined by Jimmy Berry. 3 men up front will be Noah Angle, Patrick Geist, and Luke Gibson. Offensively, for the Falcons, it'll be Liam Tobicash at quarterback, Andrew Pollock at wide receiver, Colin Scott will be the running back, Lucas Green will be the receiver on the other side. They'll be joined by Aiden Fortner as the tight end. Jimmy Berry will be the running back, and the big men up front will be Noah Angle, CJ Gillis, Logan Parker, Clifford Stahl, and Roberto Flores. And a mostly senior and sophomore laden roster here, Coach. So mix it a little bit. You got some leadership and some young guys coming up.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Get these guys used to it and stuff. I mean, nobody has 100 kids on the team anymore. And so now the underclassmen, because back in the day, that just didn't happen when I was in school. So more and more underclassmen have to step up and got thrown to the wolves.
And certainly, that when I played, that was an anomaly to have this many freshmen involved.
Sure.
The David Zeppolitis of the world were very limited.
Yep.
Take a look at the starting lineup for the Poland Bulldogs. And we'll have a few changes here. We'll try to get the fill-ins as the replacements come in. Up front, offensively, for the Bulldogs, it'll be Dom Urich, Colt Arnold, John Tanya, and Grayson Schaefer. Tyler Canfield will be out tonight, and we'll see who's going to replace him. The receiving core, it'll be Jay Stefanson, and Josh Maseko will be in limited action. Oliver McCauley will be out tonight at the tight end position, but Chase Jones and Apano Zippolitas will be at the running back, and I'm sure you will also see Ricky Madeline, who has had an outstanding first 2 weeks of 2024. And at quarterback for the Poland Bulldogs, it'll be the junior, number 10, Vito Kamara. Defensively, for your Bulldogs, up front, it'll be Vinny Tafaro, Dom Urich. Again, Tyler Canfield listed as a starter, but we'll see who'll fill in for him, as well as Oliver McCauley. The linebacking core will be Peyton Miller, Pano Zippolitas, Ricky Madeline, and Jeffrey Kolar. And in the secondary, again in limited action, will be Josh Maseko, Vito Camaro, and Yanni Hazamahalis. And, of course, the punter and place kicker will be Jace Stefanson. Firelands Falcons going to be in their all-red uniforms with the white detail, white helmets. And the Poland Bulldogs in their white away jerseys, blue pants, and blue helmets. As we are just seconds away from kickoff here of week 3 of the Cleveland Cobras High School football game of the week. And, of course, this kickoff is brought to you by Repair That Glass. Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass, offering a full range of automotive glass repairs.
There it is.
For an appointment, call 330-534-3192. And we are underway as this ball will be fielded at the 11-yard line, brought up to 20, 25, 35, 40, and down at the 41-yard line. And Chase Jones. Excellent return by the running back, Chase Jones, and Poland will take over 1st and 10 with great field position.
Yeah, he just got it and ran it straight up the field like you're supposed to do it. Don't change over. Don't run right or left. Take it right up the gut. That's a great return. I'll tell you what, outstanding job. Good job. Good kick, too, by their kicker. So we'll see now what they got.
I will say, for these special teams, there is no hesitation and no dancing for the Poland Bulldogs. Well coached. They go right up the lanes.
Yeah, and that's how it should be. I like it that way.
So 1st and 10 for Poland to go twin receivers to the far side. Otto Zippolitas will be the wing to the left. Kamara in the shotgun, one running back to his right. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Kamara with the snap, handoff to the left side. He'll try to find room up front. Nowhere to go, and he's going to be brought down at the line of scrimmage. Chase Jones on the carry, and he's going to be brought down by Jimmy Berry.
Yeah, that was a great job. He fought off his block and got right there. So our offensive line, we got to keep our feet, keep them square, and get them turned.
I want to thank Malutic Live again for the support of the Coach's Corner. Your home for high school sports. Follow them on social media, Malutic_live. Twin receivers now to the far side, wing to the right. Kamara will be in a shotgun. McCauley now actually in the game. He'll move from left to right side. He'll be the tight end. McCauley with Jones in the back. Kamara going to take it himself off the right side. He'll make it out past the midfield stripe. 45, 40, and inside the 35, down to the 33-yard line. He'll be in Fireland's territory. Plenty enough for a Bulldog first down.
Yeah, it was brought down by Mike Lewis, but he's too deep into the secondary, so they have got to tighten that up front. The speed got around the edge. So far, the footing looks good, and doesn't seem like the weather is taking a toll on the field. So great job so far.
Yeah, the Bulldog offense picking up where they left off last week. 10:59 left here in this first quarter for you just joining us here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600. The Patriot going to have a flag. And it looked like one of the Falcons came across the line.
Well, we can't do that. Don't be jumpy. But watch the ball.
So while we have a moment here, we'll step aside for a quick station ID. You're listening to WRQX AM 600 The Patriot, a Cumulus media station.
WRQX, Salem, Youngstown, Warren. We are AM 600 The Patriot, a Cumulus media station.
1st and 5 now for the Bulldogs. And ball to 29-yard line. I'll give it off to Jones. Jones upfield. Past the 30. He'll make it down to the 25. And about as far as he will go. It'll be a pickup of 6 for the Bulldogs. And it'll be, a pickup of 9. 2nd and 1. I'm going to get it right, Coach, there. They were moving around a little bit there. Confused me. But nonetheless, the Poland Bulldogs moving right downfield. Rain slowing down here as Dave was keeping us updated. Said that one cell that was bringing this has kind of moved off towards the east, maybe headed for the Youngstown area. So Dominic Taco going to be the wing to the right now as Kamara still in the shotgun. He'll give it to Jones. Jones off the right side. He'll work his way forward down to the 22-yard line. Pickup of 3. That's going to be enough for another Bulldog first down.
Yeah, I tell you what, they're getting to him up front. Widener on that one, but on the tackle. But you can't keep getting cornerbacks and safeties coming up and making tackles because it's just linebackers. They got to come up and fill.
1st and 10. Now on the Falcons' 22-yard line. 9:39 left here, first quarter, no score. As J.J. Fonda will be the receiver to the far side this time. And Joey Barone to the near side. I formation. Kamara under center. Going to hand it off to Jones. Jones going to cut it to the side. Work his way upfield. Slip a couple of tackles. Get past the 10. And down to the 8-yard line. A 14-yard pickup for Poland. And they're going to be 1st and goal from the 8.
I'll tell you what, that is an outstanding run by Jones. I'll tell you what, he dips and doodles back there, but he's always going forward. So his shoulder pads are going left to right all the time. But I'll tell you what, outstanding job, and he's not getting a hit on him.
1st and 10 now. 9:17 left here, first quarter. Poland with the ball to get this game started. Little confusion for the formation, and I think that Coach Pavlansky is going to have a timeout here. Not sure if they knew where they were going to go with that. We're going to step aside also for a quick break. You are listening to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600. We're back right after this.
Discount Power Sports at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard is hosting a raffle for a 125cc Ventura ATV. Tickets are $30 each and 100 tickets are available. For each raffle, when those 100 are gone, a winner will be drawn and a new raffle will begin. Tickets can be purchased at any Hubbard home game or at 778 North Main Street or by calling 330-717-4441. $1,500 from each raffle will go toward a scholarship for the Hubbard Youth Coalition. We now return you to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week on the iMedia One Network.
9:08 remaining here in the first quarter. Poland with the ball. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. little confusion on the formation is they'll now have 3 receivers to the far side, tight formation. Kamara in a shotgun. McCulley at the left tight end. He'll flip to the right side. They'll send a man in motion. Kamara now going to take the ball himself off the right side. Flag on the play. Kamara will get into the end zone on an 8-yard run, but I believe they're going to have an illegal formation, Coach.
Yeah, I don't think he was up.
That or they didn't have somebody set.
Yeah, that's possible. See what we got here.
So either way,
we got procedure.
Either way you slice it, it'll be an illegal procedure. 1st and goal now from the 13-yard line. Kamara easily into the end zone on the 8-yard run, but that will not count. Poland now will have to do it all again. I want to remind you over on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240, Mark Means and Dave Clark with the Ursuline Irish and the Farrell Steelers. Coach, we did that game a couple of years ago, and it was probably one of the greatest games I've ever seen. Of course, got to do that game with Ryan Bonacci, Ursuline grad.
You have my sympathy.
3 receivers at the far side. Now Kamara in a shotgun. Again, McCulley will move from the left side to the right side. Kamara going to send a man in motion. That's going to be Fonda. Kamara going to take himself off the right side. Going to slip up, twist and turn a little bit, maybe pick up a yard on the play. And it'll now bring up 3rd and goal from the 12-yard line for Poland.
Yeah, we talked about the field loosening up and stuff. He went to plant the cut, and that foot you could see just slipped out, and he just plopped down. So the field's getting a little bit, it's not sloppy, but I'm sure it's just starting to loosen up a little bit up on top with the grass.
Yeah, you can tell it's well taken care of. If you look up beyond the field there, you see they have a practice field, so not a lot of action here. So they preserved that well during the week, I would assume. But well marked here, as Fonda will be the receiver to the far side. Barone will be the receiver. He'll move in a little bit tight inside the hash marks. Barone in motion from left to right. Kamara now going to take himself off the left side, going to slip up and make his way down to the 10-yard line to pick up a 2. 3rd and goal now for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's it. It's footing now. Down there, it must be really, but from here, it doesn't look like there's any puddles or anything, but it's obviously the ground's giving. You could see chunks coming up now. So they're really going to have to go straight at him. I know they want to cut a little bit because that's their running back scenario, but they're just planting that foot and it's just kicking right out. So that's 2 or 3 times I've seen when they went to make the cut, it kicked out.
Yeah, old-fashioned football here this Friday night. Rain on a grass field as Barone be the receiver to the left, Fonda to the right, I formation, Kamara under center. Have some movement up front, and I think that they're going to have Patrick Geist again for a encroachment. Indeed, that is the case. So it'll be now 3rd and goal from the 5.
Yeah, that you know how I feel about that. Especially somebody who's right over top of the football. Watch the ball. Don't listen to the quarterback.
Well, you know, they're trying to time that snap up, Coach, make that big play. But
yeah,
all you're doing now, give them a free 5 here. So 3rd and goal. And don't actually mark it at the 6-yard line. Looks like it's at the 5, but it's hard to tell. So T formation this time. Kamara under center. We've seen this a lot here this year. He'll hand it off to Angelilli, and he'll be wrapped up in the backfield.
Number 6, Angelilli.
It'll be a loss of 2 yards, and it'll bring up 4th down now for the Poland Bulldogs. And, Coach, I don't know if you want to kick in this one, although Jay Stefanson, dependable kicker, but you've got him pinned back pretty far.
Yeah, I think he's going to go.
You have a team that gives up, in the first 2 weeks, they're averaging 44.5 points defensively. So for Poland, he's a calculated risk.
I don't know. Looks like he's sending the field goal unit out. Can't tell. Maybe not. Maybe all receivers. It's hard to tell from here.
So 4th and goal from the 8-yard line. Just under 7 minutes to play here, first quarter. Stefanson will be the receiver to the far side now. They'll twin receivers to the near side. That'll be Fonda in the slot. Kamara back to pass. Fires into the corner of the end zone. It's going to be caught. And was he in? Did he have it? And indeed, touchdown, Poland. Oliver McCulley on the 8-yard touchdown reception. Poland takes a 6-0 lead.
I'll tell you what, that was a great throw. He put it only where he can get it, jumped up, got the hands together, and that was a great catch. He had good coverage. The DB was there, great coverage. It just, he out-leaped him.
Oliver McCulley, who was supposed to not play tonight, as got a touchdown reception already here in the first quarter. Stefanson now come in for the extra point. Josh Maseko will be the holder. Wait for the snap. Kick is up. And it is no good. So with 6:44 left here in the first quarter, Poland takes a 6-0 lead. We'll step aside for a quick 30-second break. You're listening to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600. The Patriot. We'll right back after this.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday 10 to 4 and Saturday 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
I'll return you to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week on the iMedia One Network.
6:44 left here, first quarter. Poland gets on the board by way of an 8-yard touchdown pass from Kamara to McCauley. Cannot convert on the extra point. Can't fault him for that one, Coach. As the rain's steady here, not heavy. But again, we're hoping Dave's right and this is going to move through. So Stefanson on to kick off for the Bulldogs. And remember, the Firelands deferred to the second half here. Poland goes right down the field. And we'll try to bring you some scores from around the area
Falcons
on the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. Stefanson now will try to get this kickoff. Coach, if I'm one thing today, I don't want to be the kicker.
Yeah, that you could end up on the seat of your pants on these.
So Stefanson, this one going to be a good kick. Going to head towards the goal line. Going to drop right around the 7-yard line to be picked up past the 15, 20, and brought out to the 29-yard line. A good return by the Falcons.
Around the 24-yard line.
And that's going to be Lucas Green on the return, the 6 foot, 160 pounds junior.
Tate Mullins went right down the field and it looked like he was going to do some damage, and somebody from Firelands absolutely clocked him and took him right off his feet. That was a big hit. So,
well, Nate Mullins with the touchdown last week defensively. Picks up the fumble on the snap. Goes 22 yards here. Firelands now in a shotgun. They'll have twin receivers to the near side. They'll have a wing to the right also. They'll send a man in motion from right to left. They'll hand it off right up the middle, and he's going to be met right at the line. No gain on the play. Colin Scott with the carry for the Firelands.
Stop under 55, Colt Arnold.
And Colt Arnold all over that, Coach.
Yeah, he just held his ground and ran right into him, took him right down. So, again, this is just going to be, and the rain has picked up again. So this is going to be a sloppy field as this progresses, but it's all going to be running. They're just going to run each other, that's all.
Well, in Dave's defense, weather people are only right some of the time. So
I always said I wanted to...
he still does better than most.
Well, I always said that I wanted to be like Rich Morgan. You get it right about 30% of the time and retain your job.
Liam Tobicash with the ball. He's going to drop it on the ground, and he'll just go down to a knee. And it'll be a loss of yardage again for the Firelands. Peyton Miller making sure he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, that again, we talked about a wet ball, sloppy ball. The jet wing that was coming in motion, he fell down. So it's back in the day we could put that longer 3/4 inch spike on there. We can't do that now.
Well, oddly enough, grass fields now the anomaly.
Yeah,
as where turf fields are the standard now. Liam Tobicash in the shotgun. To the right. Up some motion. But hand it off, ball on the ground. And he'll have to cover it up again. And Garrett Hardwick, the intended carrier, 5'8", 143-pound sophomore. He's going to drop the ball. That's going to bring up fourth down. And Firelands will have to punt this one away.
Yeah, well, in defense of the running back, what I saw was he didn't get it in that pocket. It looked like he hit his arm. His arms were up, so I don't know what happened. He just flat out fumbled the ball.
So, punt formation for the Firelands. 4th and 19 from their own 15-yard line. Good snap. And it's going to be a good spiral punt. And Kamara will have to back up and field this at the 42-yard line. After he gets his feet under him, he'll bring it upfield. He'll slip one tackle, make it towards the Fireland sideline, and he'll go out of bounds on the Fireland side at the 45, and that's where Poland will take over 1st and 10 with 4:24 left here in the first quarter.
Yeah, that young man got it. First cut he did. He about fell down, but he was able to keep his feet and then got to the sideline. So he ended up with about I'm going to say about a 15-yard return on that, so that was a good job.
Poland with their second possession will start in Falcon territory, 1st and 10. 4:24 left here, first quarter. Again, want to remind you of all the games across the iMedia One network. Mark Means, Dave Clark. Over in Farrell, Pennsylvania, the Steelers and the Ursuline Irish. And over on Cityview Sportscast, it is the Neshannock Lancers and the Elwood City Wolverines going at that game exclusively available. How about that?
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, on the Live 365 network on Cityview Sportscast. So Kamara now in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the far side, a wing to the right. He'll give it to Chase Jones. Jones going to elude one tackle in the backfield, work his way forward, and get down to the 41-yard line. Pick up a 4. It's 2nd and 6 now for Poland.
Yeah, he made a good cut. These guys are struggling to make cuts in the run. It really having a hard time here. And I just want to mention the Poland band has now arrived, and they're here.
There's some dedication, Coach.
You ain't kidding.
With the rain gear out.
Yeah, they got it out. They're all covered up real nice.
I only know one young man over there that's excited about this weather.
Hockey player.
Kamara down the shotgun. He'll send Jones to the right. He'll be on the right hip. Kamara will give it to Jones. Actually, Kamara going to pull it himself off the right side past the 40, 35, 30, and only one man to beat to the end zone. Touchdown, Poland. 42-yard run by Vito Kamara. Poland takes a 12-0 lead with 3:32 left here in the first quarter.
Yeah, they sealed that inside up real well, and he got to the outside, and there was just and he did a great job because he went around that corner and he got going, and there was no slipping. I mean, he did a great job. So that was an outstanding job, man. Downfield, the wide receiver on the corner, he had him blocked and sealed him up. He was able to get around him, so that was a great job.
So Vito Kamara scores in every game this year. 3rd game in a row now as Jay Stefanson will come in for the extra point. Seiko with a hold. Snap is back. Kick is up. And this one will be good. 3:32 left here, first quarter. Poland takes a 13-0 lead. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You are listening to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're right back after this.
Live is your home for high school sports. We have all the scores on our social media platforms throughout the games. Enjoy our timely updates from local area schools year-round. You won't get the consistency and reliability from anyone else. Our number one priority is servicing our fans and getting them live news as it's happening. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Malutic_live. And remember, our fans come first. I'll return you to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week on the iMedia One network.
3:32 left here, first quarter. Poland with a 13-0 lead. Vito Kamara goes 42 yards for the Bulldogs to add 6 more. And so far, Poland dealing with the weather and field conditions better than the Falcons. And we've seen a lot of drop balls here in the backfield for the Firelands.
Yeah, let's see what they could do.
Stefanson to kick off for the Bulldogs. Andrew Pollock back to return for the Falcons. Stefanson with a good kickoff the first time as he was able to plant his foot there again. You can see the sod coming up. And this is going to be a good kick, fielded at the 15-yard line, and he'll go down on a knee. I don't know if he went down purposely or it looked like he may have slipped a little bit here, but Carter Lehman, the senior, going to take a knee on that one. And we want to remind you that every kickoff and field goal is brought to you by Repair That Glass. Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass, offering a full range of automotive glass repairs. For an appointment, call 330-534-3192.
Yeah, I think he was more worried about making the catch, and he made the catch, and then his foot just slipped out, and he knelt down.
Yep, possession important here. It's Toby Cash now in a shotgun, high snap. He'll give it off on the jet motion, brought down in the backfield. May have lost a yard or two on the play. Grayson Schaefer on the tackle for Poland.
Yeah, they're just not getting the footing. There, you can see that the footing's real bad. So when they're going to the outside, it's just they're just not getting there. So therefore, they're getting there slow because he's worried about the footing. And of course, then the defense is right there on him. So Poland's ready for him.
2nd and 11 now for the Falcons. 2:58 left here in this first frame. Toby Cash in a shotgun, one running back to his right. He'll roll out to the near side. Fires out to the flats. Pat's going to be complete at the 17-yard line. Nowhere to go after that. Lucas Green on the reception. Again, the 6', 160-pound sophomore.
Flag on the field.
And we have a flag as I believe we're going to have a sideline warning coming up against the Bulldogs, so we won't assess any yardage on this one. Second time around, though, might be a different story, Coach.
Yeah, where's that the get back coach? I know that was my job at Cheney.
Oh, worst job on the field, Coach.
I used to grab Burtis by the hook, by the belt loop and pull him back, and he'd look at me and go, "Let's go, Coach. You're gonna get it. You got to be off the field."
So 3rd and 7 for the Falcons. Well, now marked at the 15-yard line. Twin receivers to the far side now. Single receiver to the near side. Toby Cash in a shotgun. One running back to his right. And we're going to have a timeout here. 2:14 left here, first quarter. Coach, let's keep it right here for a moment as we take a look at scores from around the area. And, of course, our scoreboard update brought to you by Discount Power Sports. It's your go-to store for discount ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bikes, and more. Visit Discount Power Sports at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 330-717-4441. Early scores coming in from around the valley. Austintown Fitch with a 7-0 lead over at Glen Oak. Valley Christian leads Brookfield by a score of 8-6. Mercer with a 7-0 lead over Reynolds. South Range 7-0 over Barberton. And Caldwell 7-0 over Wellsville. Cardinal Mooney with a 7-0 lead over Steubenville. Mooney struggling in the first couple of weeks here. West Branch 14, Girard 7. That should be a great game over there in Girard. Lowville 16, Tuscarora Central Catholic nothing. McDonald with a 7-0 lead over Clearview. So Toby Cash now in the shotgun, one running back to his left. They'll go 3 receivers to the far side. They'll go tight, though. Toby Cash rolling out to the far side under pressure. He's being chased down from behind, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple of more yards on that. And it'll bring up 4th down for the Falcons, and on will come the punt team.
Yeah, that was a great job. I'm trying to get a number on that one. Yep. Looked like Pano. Zippolitis.
Coach, the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update from Farrell, Pennsylvania. Ursuline 8, Farrell 0.
I thought that score, well, of course, the weather ain't helping.
Beautiful field over there at the Pequea Stadium. As Kamara now will return this one past midfield. Out to the 40. He'll fight his way down near the 43-yard line. And we have a flag on the play on the near sideline here. As the officials will get together and talk about this one. So we'll get the official call from our referee tonight, our very soaked referee holding coming up against Poland. So they will push that back with 1:28 left here first quarter. 1:13. Fireland's 0 so far.
And the field's starting to look a little bit.
Yeah, we didn't suspect that was going to take too long. But they'll move this one all the way back to the Poland side of the field. They'll mark it at the 46-yard line. So Poland's still a good field position. 1:28 left here, first quarter.
Yeah, and they're in an area that it's a little thin right there in the grass, and that's where all the punt returns have been caught. So it looks a little loose, so they're really going to have to watch their footing.
So Kamara now in a shotgun, wing left, empty backfield, 3 receivers to the far side. He'll send a man in motion. Kamara now going to keep the ball himself. And may have lost a yard on the play. A little bit of collision in the backfield, a little bit of timing. I think maybe he and Chase Jones ran into each other.
Yeah, but I really don't think it was just that he tried to cut inside, and again, the feet, it just comes right out. I think what they're going to have to do is start attacking straight.
Another Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. Springfield 7, Geneva 6. And Struthers leads Dawn Community 6-0. So I formation now, Kamar under center. He'll give this one off to Jones. Jones up the field. He'll make it past the 45, down to the 46. He'll make it near the original line of scrimmage. That'll bring up third down now for the Bulldogs.
Slight game, 3rd and 11.
Yeah, it's just tough going right now for both teams. It's very, very difficult. They just cannot get their feet up underneath them. So it's just it's a little tough out there.
I suspect it will be a fast game. A lot of running here as the clock will move.
Yeah, it is a lot of running, but the problem is the feet ain't sticking to the ground.
So Fonda, the receiver, to the far side. Twin receivers to the near side. Kamara now in the shotgun for Poland. Kamara going to plant his feet and then decide to take it upfield. Contact in the backfield. He'll break away past midfield, out to the 40, and down to the 35-yard line. Plenty enough for a Bulldog first down. So a lot of activity in the backfield, but Kamara found a lane to move upfield, and he gets all the way into Falcons territory.
Yeah, I thought he was going to go down. It looked like two guys hit him, but he just kept them Pistons going. And them feet going, and he just got to the outside and was able to turn it up, and he dragged one of the Fireland players down the field a little bit, so we have it. Looks like a timeout.
So actually, it'll bring us to the end of the first quarter here in Oberlin, Ohio. It's the Poland Bulldogs 13, Firelands Falcons nothing. You are listening to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio, WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back on the other side of this break.
Discount Power Sports at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard is hosting a raffle for a 125cc Ventura ATV. Tickets are $30 each, and 100 tickets are available. For each raffle, when those 100 are gone, a winner will be drawn and a new raffle will begin. Tickets can be purchased at any Hubbard home game or at 778 North Main Street or by calling 330-717-4441. $1,500 from each raffle will go toward a scholarship for the Hubbard Youth Coalition.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Now return you to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week on the iMedia One Network.
And off to Jones, out to the left side. He'll make it out to the 30, but a flag going to come in. And judging by the body language, I think they're going to have Joey Verone for the hold on the outside.
Yeah, we're just a slipping and sliding out there. And what I think happened, he started going down and he had a hold of him. He had a good block on him. He just fell down, and instead of letting go, he just pulled the jersey down.
Just joining us here, 11:53 left here in the second quarter. Poland with a 13-0 lead over the Firelands Falcons, and they're going to push this one back. And we'll bring you some scores from around the area as we continue on tonight. Plenty of great games coming up here on the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. Ursuline 8, Farrell nothing. So, and also Mineral Ridge with a 13-0 lead over Aquinas. Matt Lipsack, Matt Emsch on the call on that over on Tri-County Digital Broadcasting. Kamara with the handoff off the left side. They'll fight forward down to the 43-yard line. Pick up a 2. It'll be 2nd and 18 now for the Bulldogs.
That was a great job defensively. They got in there, and they had about 3 or 4 defenders on them. And
second down.
Looked like that was trying to get a number on that.
Coach, take a look at scores on the West side of the Ohio line as Elwood now has a 7-0 lead over Neshannock. Of course, that game courtesy of Lawrence County Sportsnet. I formation now. Kamara under center. Twin receivers to the near side. Kamara back to pass. Trips a little bit. Gathers his feet. Chucks it downfield. Intended for McCauley, and it's going to be knocked away. An outstanding play by Asher Widener.
Third down.
But Kamara having a little bit of problem with the footwork there as the field now is really starting to fall apart.
Yeah, he couldn't step into it or push off on his back foot. And he looked like he didn't get a good grip on the ball because it come off of his hand really, really sloppy. But, they tried it. I think if they were going to throw it, I personally would have done something a much shallower. But he was behind, but unfortunately, they're not able to get the ball there to him.
Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. Mineral Ridge Rams 21, St. Thomas Aquinas nothing.
Where are they playing that at?
I believe that is being played in Canton at St. Thomas Aquinas.
There you go.
Kamara now taking the ball himself off the left side, past the 45, 40, inside the 40 and down near the 37-yard line. Depends on the mark here. The far side looks like the 36. Over here, it looks like the 37, Coach.
Stop by Jimmy Berry.
So 4th down now for Poland. 10:34 left here, second quarter, and that's a big right foot, left foot there.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. Now I believe, looks like they're going to bring the punting unit in, and they're going to pin them back.
Either way you slice it here, 4th and 14 for the Bulldogs. All at the Falcons' 38-yard line. 10:18 left here, second quarter.
Now we got to be very careful here.
Get concerned about the long snapper.
Okay, they ran somebody on. Now we're ready to go.
One thing that always concerned me is a long snapper there, Coach. Rain or sweatiness.
Oh, that was a good job.
Good snap. Spiral snap, and it's going to be a good punt near the 5-yard line. It's going to roll into the end zone. And that will bring the Falcons out to the 20-yard line. Coach, let's take a look from some scores around the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update as things start to break open here on this rainy Friday night in the Valley. Fitch now with a 21-0 lead over at Glen Oak. Valley Christian still with an 8-6 lead over Brookfield. Campbell 6 champion, nothing. Western Reserve 7, Columbiana nothing. Western Reserve, from what I hear, a great running game up over there. Have some experienced and senior running backs. No score between Hubbard and Howland. Branch 14, George still 7. As Toby Cash now in a shotgun. Twin receivers to the far side, a wing to the left. 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. They'll send the slot in motion from right to left. He'll get it off on the jet motion. He'll make it out past the 20, maybe pick up 3 yards on the play.
The ball carrier, tackled by number 7, Peyton Miller.
That's going to be Andrew Pollock, the 5'10", 160-pound sophomore. And I think every sophomore there is 5'10", 160.
2-yard pickup, 2nd and 8.
That's very, very possible.
All right, so everybody in the same shape. That's good.
Peyton Miller on that. He got stuck his nose in there from the backside, and he was able to run that down.
Yeah, indeed. It's been all Poland defensively. Again, they've continued the fast and physical type of defense. As Toby Cash now in a shotgun. They'll go twin receivers to the far side, wing left. 9:07 left here, second quarter. He'll hand it off. They'll try to work off the left side. Nowhere to go. Contact initially made in the backfield by Jeff Kolar. And I don't believe there's going to be any gain on the play. Well, I may actually give him credit for a yard or two on
it looks like he got about a yard.
Stop the ball carrier.
Hard to tell here as the lines on the field start to disappear. And this is, again, it's been a long time since we've seen a game with this kind of weather. We had a little bit of rain last week, but that was cleared out much by the time we kicked off.
Yep.
Toby Cash now in a shotgun. He'll send a man in motion from left to right, and he'll return back to that side. That's Jimmy Berry. He'll check with the sideline. You want to change the play on this, twins to the far side. He'll have Colin Scott to his right. So Toby Cash back to pass, under pressure, launches this one off. It's going to come off kind of odd, and it's going to be thrown out of bounds. Yeah. Now, interesting call here. Again, no receiver in the area. Didn't make it past the line of scrimmage, and I see some people signaling. They thought there was maybe an intentional grounding as the referee now has thrown the flag. So, indeed, it will be intentional grounding coming up.
Never got back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to call that every time. He was out of the pocket. All he had to do was throw it about another yard or two there. So
Liam Toby Cash, the sophomore, tried to get rid of it. And I am told that The Hubbard-Howland game is in a weather delay. Thank you, Dave. The new start time for that is scheduled for 8:30.
Was there lightning or something?
I would have to assume that there was something not so good.
I would think.
So Colin Scott on to punt for the Falcons. 8:15 left here, second quarter. Pullman with a 13-0 lead. Slow-paced game now as they're going to assess the penalty. They're going to lose the down as well.
That puts them way back.
So they'll go half the distance as we have some unhappy folks here on the home side. Kamara, he'll move up near the Falcons' 45-yard line.
Punting from the end zone about a yard deep.
Indeed. A little bit of delay here as the officials will get things set, and the referee will readjust his flag to his holster.
I like that.
And we'll get the whistle for play. Good snap. He'll get this one off. It'll be a line drive. It'll land right inside the 35. And Kamara will let this one roll down to the 47-yard line. First and 10 for the Poland Bulldogs on the Falcons side of the field again. And as we have some time again, we'll continue with the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. Champion now has come back to take the 7-6 lead over Camel. And you didn't catch that before. Hubbard and Howland, new start time, 8:30. They're in Howland, so up in Trumbull County there, they get a little bit more rain than we do. Dead Falls with a 7-0 lead over Canfield. South Range 21, Barberton, nothing.
Wow.
South Range, the powerhouse. Dave Rock carrying on the Dan Yeagley tradition. There's Kamara now in a shotgun, one running back to his left. On the read, Kamara will take it himself, try to get to the outside. They might get back to the line of scrimmage. Flag's going to come in. And I assume this is going to be in the area of holding.
15, Michael Lewis. No gain. Second down. Oh, flag on the play.
So holding call coming up against Poland. That'll put him back, and it's probably the best play the Falcons have had all night. It's tough for him so far here on this field.
It has. A lot of holding calls on Poland. They have got to, and I'm sure Coach Paplansky will be talking about that going in at halftime, but it's just, and you don't know if what's happening is they're on the block and they slip down and they grab them and pull them down, which that's probably what's happening.
Instinctively just trying to stay up.
Yeah.
So,
it's very possible that could be happening.
Discount Power Sports scoreboard update over on Western Reserve Radio 2, Sports Radio 1240. Ursuline 14, Farrell nothing. Kamara now off the left side. He'll make it past midfield down near the 49-yard line.
Ball carrier, an 8-yard pickup.
It'll be
pickup number 14.
3rd and 11 for the Bulldogs. Kamara will go to the sideline to pick up the play on that. We'll continue on with some scores here. Struthers takes a 20-0 lead over Doane Community. Youngstown East 14, Cleveland JFK nothing. The Golden Bears shutting out Cleveland JFK here so far.
We talked about Struthers. I'll tell you, everybody's talking about Struthers this year, but this is the team that they feel that they could go all the way. So good for them Cats in Struthers, Ohio.
Kamara going to drop the snap there. Looked like he tried to hand it off, and he's just going to slide down at his own 45-yard line. A big loss for the Bulldogs. It'll bring up 3rd down.
45-yard line.
Again, that ball just slippery here, but interestingly enough, John Galbraith with the Mahoning Valley Federals on the East High Golden Bears coaching staff over there with a guy that we happen to know named Ed McElroy.
Eddie McElroy. Just Tom Noble was with us today, and he said this guy come walking in, and and he didn't know it was Eddie, and he's said, "Sir, you look like you're a little swelled up on there." We won't say what Eddie said to him.
How could you not know Eddie Mack?
Yeah, Eddie Mack.
So Kamara in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the near side. He'll give it off to Angelilli. Angelilli trying to fight forward. He'll make it past midfield down back to the 49-yard line. 4th down now for Poland, and we're going to assume that this is going to be a punting situation for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, neither team is doing anything now. I mean, it's just the footing is getting so bad that it's just field position now that they had it down on about the 7-yard line in Poland. Of course, the penalties have killed them. You can't have penalties when you got this going on.
So Andrew Pollock back to return, along with Lucas Green. Putting 2 returners back down there, Coach. They'll post up right around their own 12-yard line. 5:18 left here, second quarter. Poland 13, Falcons 0. This kick will be a good spiral. Picked up at the 12-yard line. Try to move it upfield, and he'll make it past the 20 down to the 25-yard line. Falcons will have the ball 1st and 10 here. We're just a little over 5 minutes left in the first half. Poland with a 13-0 lead. Coach, take another look at the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update.
Tackled by Mother Nature.
Lowville opens up on Tuscarora Central Catholic 33-0. And apparently we've given Mother Nature credit for a tackle.
I just want to make a quick comment if I can, Jim. We lost an angel last week, and Audrey Lautner, who lived with me, and her daughter Carol, and she just was the sweetest lady. So big Cheney High person, and we'll miss her so much. God bless you, Audrey.
A great sense of humor and sarcasm.
You ain't a kid. She did.
She had to live with you.
She did.
God bless her. Toby Cash in the shotgun. He'll send a man in motion left or right. Hand it off. And now the Falcons will fight forward out to the 30-yard line. Colin Scott on the carry for Firelands.
Yeah, that was a good run. I tell you what, he kept his feet. I think that was the so he got 5 yards on that.
And the rain begins to come down a little harder again. Steady rain.
Yeah, it's coming straight down.
We thought we were going to be in the clear, but we're told right around 9 o'clock could be the time that this will clear out. But that will be close to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I believe so.
So another scoreboard update. Liberty 6, Lakeview 0.
Here we go.
The Leopards shutting out Lakeview. That last reported in the second quarter. So Toby Cash now with the handoff again. They'll try to test the left side. McCauley and company will keep him to about a 1-yard gain. Third down now for the Falcons. 4:11 left here on the clock as it continues to run in the second quarter.
Yeah, I mean, that was the first run was a good run now without chipping away. So now you got third and about 4.
Lewis will bring the play in from the sideline for Firelands. Lucas Green will head to the sideline. He'll catch a breather. 3rd and 4 now from the Falcons' 31-yard line. 3:49 left here, second quarter. Falcons trail the Bulldogs by a score of 13-0. Toby Cash now in a shotgun. They'll go tight formation. Receiver to the right side. Again, man in motion. Handoff, try to test that middle, and he's going to be stuck right at the line of scrimmage and knocked back by about 5 white jerseys. And that was almost like driving a car into a cement wall.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even know who to give credit to. We know Oliver McCulley was in there as
I will say the offensive or defensive line had a pretty good shot at that.
No, Cole Arnold, we'll give him some credit on that since he was lined up there. Couldn't get Arnold off the line. That scrimmage there. Woo. So Mara will return this one for Poland. 4th down as Pollock will come into punt. Excuse me, that'll be Scott. Kamara going to pick this one at the 38-yard line. We'll return it out to the 44. That's where Poland will take over 1st and 10 at their own 44. 2:46 left here. Clock will stop on the change of possession. Poland 13, Falcons 0.
Wow. We might have a listener all the way from Arizona. Came up.
I bet you it's not raining like this in Arizona.
Dan Lynn came up for the service today, and he hasn't been up for a while, so we got him up here. Carol was happy. It was his son. Played on the championship game back in the day for Cheney. Great player. Him and his brother Craig. They were 2 outstanding football players.
Mar in the shotgun. Twin receivers to the right side. Have a wing also. They'll hand this one up to Chase Jones. Jones going to drag one Falcons player down to the 47, then he'll take a shot for his troubles. Pick up a couple of yards on the play. 2nd down now for Poland.
Yeah, I don't like to see that. He had his head down, and then he got hit in the back. And, boy, that could be a bad injury. But he popped up, so apparently they got him more on the shoulder pads, so you don't want to see that.
Joey Barone, the receiver, to the far side now. I formation, Kamara under center. Give it to the tailback. He'll fight his way through down to the 47. Pickup of maybe a yard on the play. Chase Jones on the carry again for Poland.
Yeah, and it looks like they're just trying to run in the middle, try to get something going, because they're under 2 minutes in the half. So,
Discount Power Sports scoreboard update over on City View Sportscast. Elwood City and the Shannock all tied up at 14. That one, of course, being brought to you by Lawrence County Sportsnet, and on the call, one Tim Continenza.
There we go. We have that on the computer. Nice and nice and pure field.
Yeah, some turf over there. It looks like it's a little better condition than is here, but the Poland band gets to move now. They'll move down to the end zone as they prepare for halftime. Ball on the ground. And it looked like the center couldn't get the ball back. It looked like his hands were too wet, but Vito Kamara will fall on it. It'll bring up 4th down for the Bulldogs.
4th down.
And we're just about a minute left to play here in this first half.
Yeah, I think they were just trying to get some yardage in the middle, and it's just trying to get to halftime.
Over on
timeout.
Tri-County Digital Broadcasting, it is Matt Lipsack and Matt Emsch with the Mineral Ridge Rams. They've got a 28-0 lead over the St. Thomas Aquinas Knights.
Tell you what, at one time, they were a tough team. I'll tell you what, St. Thomas Aquinas was rough. My brother back in the day, Lenny, played for Ursuline. I think it might have been his sophomore, junior year, and played them up there. Beautiful facility.
Well, continue on with the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update, Coach here. Austintown Fitch opening up on Glen Oak, 28-0. Raleigh Christian still with an 8-6 lead over Brookfield. Western Reserve 7, Columbiana 0. Warren Harding 7, Massillon Perry 0. Interesting score there. Olmsted Falls now 14-0 over Canfield. Poland and Canfield will go at it next Friday in Canfield. Salem 6, East Liverpool 0. Salem looking for their first win of the year. South Range 21, Barberton 0.
Yeah, they got it going.
And it'll be Lucas Green back to return for the Falcons, as well as Caleb Crawford. Then 7 at the Poland 47-yard line. They'll punt this one away. Decent snap. That'll get back. Stefanson will get this one away. It'll be picked up at the 20-yard line. Brought out to the 25 and down to the 28-yard line. And it's going to be Lucas Green, the sophomore, on the return. And we talk about a lot of the names we've mentioned tonight, Coach, for Firelands are sophomores.
Yeah.
So a lot of young guys coming up here. It's a great future, a great bright outlook for the Falcons.
Yeah, again, that's what you want. Okay, if you got a bunch of young guys, just think how they're going to be good as juniors and seniors down the road. And it'll be interesting.
So the Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Bulldogs 13, Falcons 0. As we continue to get some scoreboard updates from around the area. And right now, we'll give you a good score here in a minute. An interesting score anyway. Falcons now, Toby Cash in his shotgun, running back to his right. They'll go wing right. Hand it off this time up the middle, trying to find some room to room past the 30, 35. And down to the 37-yard line. Colin Scott on the carry for the Falcons. Coach, listen to this one on the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. It is I'm building the excitement. Ursuline 27, Farrell 0.
Wow.
So the Falcons right back to the line. 2nd and 2. Joe McCash with the handoff again, and they're going to be wrapped up in the backfield. Nowhere to go. That's going to be Cam Hackstead on the tackle. Wearing 58 this week. We're 85 the first week.
I think they try to confuse us.
Cam Hackstead.
Well, they flipped the numbers. I know it confused the backfield of the Falcons because he camped out there.
No, let me tell you. Kaboom on the handoff. That's going to be it.
And that will bring us to the end of the first half here in Oberlin, Ohio. The Poland Bulldogs will head into the locker room with a 13-0 lead over the Firelands Falcons. We will step aside for our first break here. When we come back, we'll give you some scores from around the area, I'll give you a scoring recap, and we've got some other exciting things come up here. We'll talk about the PAC report, and so much more here on the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600. We're back right after this.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532. The Mahoning Valley's leader for golf, Milk Creek Golf Course, is now booking tee times for 2024. We offer stay and play opportunities available with 9 area hotel partners. For more information, visit our website at millcreekmetroparks.org. Also, look for new, exciting opportunities coming soon, including an indoor player development center with Trackman, an indoor Callaway club fitting center, and an Odyssey fitting studio in 2024. Follow us on Facebook at Milk Creek Golf Course or call 330-740-7112.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on the iMedia One Network. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region and beyond in pursuit of a premier amateur football league championship. And if you're looking to continue your playing or coaching career after high school, college, or even the pros, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football or call owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland football.
Discount Power Sports at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard is hosting a raffle for a 125cc Ventura ATV. Tickets are $30 each and 100 tickets are available. For each raffle, when those 100 are gone, a winner will be drawn and a new raffle will begin. Tickets can be purchased at any Hubbard home game or at 778 North Main Street or by calling 330-717-4441. $1,500 from each raffle will go toward a scholarship for the Hubbard Youth Coalition.
We now return you to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week on the iMedia One Network.
Halftime continues here as the Poland Bulldog Marching Band entertains the home side, and rain continues to come down here steady. And, Coach, we've seen a fast-paced game, but not the offensive explosion we expected from Poland. The field has definitely slowed them down.
Oh, the field is just, you can see it's a mess. Probably on the right side towards the scoreboard from about the 45 down to about the 25. And we've been playing a lot down at this end, and it is a mess.
Take a look at the scoring recap here. And Poland, they would get on the board first with 6:44 left in the first quarter. That'd be Oliver McCauley on an 8-yard pass from Vito Kamara. The extra point would be no good. It would make it 6-0 for the Bulldogs. At 3:32 of the first quarter, Kamara would go 42 yards into the end zone on the ground. The extra point would be good on that one. I mentioned that because, again, with the weather conditions, they're not certain. They're not automatic.
No.
And that would give the Poland Bulldogs a 13-0 lead. So the Poland Bulldog Band, again, over here intending the home side here as we listen in, as well as give you the updated scores on the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. And, Coach, the interesting one at Ursuline, no problem with Farrell right now. Not like the game we saw 2 years ago on Sports Radio 1240.
Yeah, well, through the grapevine, I heard that Farrell was down a bit this year. So, you know, and again, you're playing the Irish, who's doing good this year, as they always. So, you know, if you're down a little bit and Ursuline still got the strength, that's going to happen.
Yeah, Coach Reardon and crew over there having a good season so far. Lost in week 1, but I'll tell you, that was a really close game, 37-35. Ursuline falls on that, but you like what they did in that game. There was no surrender in that game. They fought to the very end and had an opportunity actually on the last drive to maybe pull ahead.
Yeah, the coach has done a good job over there. Look, they're not going to give up. As long as there's time back on the clock, you got to do what you got to do offensively to get it done.
We'll take a look at Some more scores from around the valley on the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. Austintown Fitch 28, Glen Oak nothing. Valley Christian and Brookfield, they've been all locked up at 8-6 with Valley Christian in the lead. Champion 7, Campbell 6, Western Reserve 7, Columbiana nothing. Warren Harding still at last report with a 7-0 lead over Massillon Perry. Olmsted Falls 14, Canfield nothing. We'll keep an eye on that as the Bulldogs will have to head to Canfield next week in the Battle of 224. Salem looking for their first win of the year. They lead 6-0 over East Liverpool. South Range in the second quarter, 21-0 over Barberton. And Wyndham, the Bombers, with a 6-0 lead over the Jackson Milton Blue Jays. Youngstown East 14, Cleveland JFK nothing. Struthers, they add another touchdown. It's 27-0 in favor of the Wildcats. Springfield 7, Geneva 6. Springfield gets the win last week over Brookfield. They're looking for 2 in a row. On the PA side, Sharon 27, Slippery Rock nothing. Matthews 12, Newton Falls 0. Both teams winless. Somebody will get their first win tonight. Mineral Ridge 13, St. Thomas Aquinas nothing. Excuse me, I was a correction. I believe Matt Lipczak and Matt Emsch over on Tri-County Digital Broadcasting sent us the score. It was 21-0 in favor of Mineral Ridge. McDonald 7, Clearview nothing. Lowville at last report in the first quarter, Coach. Tuscarawas Central Catholic nothing. Lowville 33.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's a tough night.
What's going on with Lowville? That'll make them 3-0, I think.
Yeah, an offensive explosion tonight. Liberty 6, Lakeview nothing. Niles with a 6-0 lead over Lakeside. West Branch, they had another touchdown. It is 20-7. Let's see. Caldwell 14, Wellsville nothing. And Boardman with a 7-0 lead over your Cheney Cowboys.
There we go.
Take a look at some of the stats here. Compliments of John Alsop hiding up here from the rain with us tonight. As it's a little hard to do stats in the rain with either paper or anything electronic. Yeah. So take a look at first downs here. That's in favor of Poland, 10-5, Coach. And if you more first downs you get, you're turning that clock. That's a great way to get out of here on a really bad weather night.
Absolutely. I don't see any of the teams. They're going to be lighting it up now, so I'm going to assume that they're going to be running the ball as much as they can because this rain is not let up. So this is going to get it's going to be done.
Interesting it is. Well, Coach, 23 rushes for 108 yards for the Bulldogs, 11 rushes for 6 yards for the Falcons. They are in the negative, but remember that first drive, they had some issues controlling the ball.
Right.
With the rain coming down there, it kind of peaked out where it was really heavy.
Yeah, and the defense has really tightened it up. I mean, right before the half, they let them run the ball a little bit there, but the yardage they got was insignificant.
Vito Kamara 1 for 2 in passing. One of those going for an 8-yard touchdown to Oliver McCulley. That would put the Bulldogs up by a score of 6-0. For the Falcons, they're also 1 for 2. So total plays, 25 plays for 116 yards. Coach, not bad here on a rainy night. The Falcons 14 plays for 10 yards. And if you could put up 116 yards and a half in these conditions, that really says a lot about that offense.
Well, and it's going to be ball control from here. That's all that is. It's they're just going to keep running the ball. Therefore, the clock's going to keep running, and then the game will end early. Nobody's going to throw the ball now. I don't think they will, but you never know.
I don't think any sense in that tonight. 2 for 6 on third down is the Bulldogs. 2 for 5 for the Falcons. Fourth down conversions, Poland 1 for 1. And Firelands 0 for 1. So Kamara, again, 1 for 2 on the night here. And I don't see a lot of throwing coming up here, but so far for Kamara, 10 rushes, 95 yards. Chase Jones, 9 for 30. So Kamara averaging just about 9.5 yards a carry. You really can't beat that on a bad night.
No, we'll take that all day. Heck, I'd take that on a dry field. It's amazing.
And on the defensive side, Jeffrey Collar lighting it up. 4 tackles and 1 assist here so far for the Firelands. As we'll try to get this screen to come back up. Liam Tobicash, 1 for 2 for 4 yards. Receiving 1 catch for 4 yards is Max Stinson. Rushing for the Falcons, it will be Colin Scott, 8 carries for 13 yards. And that would be pretty much all for the Falcons as they have struggled on their own end of the field. And for the second half, Coach, a lot of adjustments that don't need to be made.
Yeah, and how do you adjust in this weather? I mean, it's just, do you adjust for footing, for grip? I mean, it's just going to be straight smash mouth football from here. I really don't.
We're going to give you an opportunity to figure that out as we step aside for a break. You are listening to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back right after this.
WRQX, Salem, Youngstown, Warren. We are AM 600 The Patriot, a Cumulus media station.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on the iMedia One Network. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region and beyond in pursuit of a premier amateur football league championship. And if you're looking to continue your playing or coaching career after high school, college, or even the pros, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football or call owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. A part of the excitement of Cleveland football.
Bulldog Live is your home for high school sports. We have all the scores on our social media platforms throughout the games. Enjoy our timely updates from local area schools year-round. You won't get the consistency and reliability from anyone else. Our number one priority is servicing our fans and getting them live news as it's happening. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Malutic_live. And remember, our fans come first.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532. The Mahoning Valley's leader for golf, Milk Creek Golf Course, is now booking tee times for 2024. We offer stay and play opportunities available with 9 area hotel partners. For more information, visit our website at millcreekmetroparks.org. Also, look for new, exciting opportunities coming soon, including an indoor player development center with Trackman, an indoor Callaway Club Fitting Center, and an Odyssey Fitting Studio in 2024. Follow us on Facebook at Milk Creek Golf Course or call 330-740-7112.
We now return you to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week on the iMedia One Network.
Welcome to the first PAC football report of the 2024 season, covering games on September 7th. I'm Joe Underko. This week we will take a quick look back at the 2023 season in the President's Athletic Conference, while also previewing the opening fall football weekend this Saturday. Grove City rode its brick-by-brick approach to a perfect 10-0 record and the program's first PAC football title in 25 years last season. The Wolverines edged Susquehanna in a first-round NCAA D3 playoff game before falling on the final play of the game at eventual national champion Portland in the second round. Carnegie Mellon and Washington and Jefferson each posted impressive ECAC bowl wins, lifting the PAC record in ECAC bowls to 9-4 over the past 5 seasons. The 2024 football season again features a full round-robin schedule in the PAC. Each week will feature 5 conference matchups with one team on a bye, which in Week 1 will be Westminster. Grove City opens defense of its PAC title at home, as the Wolverines host longtime Presbyterian rival Geneva at Robert E. Thorne Field at 1 p.m. It's the 98th all-time meeting between the programs in a series that dates back to 1893. Grove City has won 3 straight games over the Golden Tornadoes, but Wolverine head coach Andrew DiDonato notes that Week 1 games always bring a degree of uncertainty.
Week one's always a challenge just because you really don't know what you're going to get. Each team will look different from the year before. And then you add the element of Geneva and some of the unique things that they do. So that's why our message is good to great each rep, 1-0 each week. And we're just want our guys to live in the vision of who we are no matter what we see on Saturday.
Now in his third year as head coach, Waynesburg mentor Cornelius Coleman looks for his program to take a step forward in 2024. Starting by hosting Case Western Reserve at John F. Wiley Stadium in Waynesburg at 1 p.m. The Spartans have won 8 of 9 all-time meetings against the Yellow Jackets, with the lone Waynesburg win in the series being a 35-15 decision in their first ever meeting in 2014. Coleman believes changes in his program have now taken hold and should result in more success in 2024.
Honestly, you see the program growing year by year. It's just to the point where now the young men honestly understand what it's like to compete week out in the PAC, where I don't know if, not a point of emphasis, but if they understood it beforehand and understanding that everybody's good in this conference and everybody's going to bring their best punch. We know that we're close, but to be close isn't good enough. Now we have to learn from those previous years, those previous mistakes.
Also beginning his third year is Bethany head coach Brandon Robinson, who leads the Bison against visiting Allegheny at Bison Stadium Saturday at 1 p.m. The teams battled through a close contest in Meadville a year ago, with the Gators prevailing 31-20 over Bethany. Robinson previews the Allegheny matchup.
The start, to have an opportunity to win a ball game week one would be huge for our program, and you can never underestimate the importance of a week one win, and that's one of our goals, win the opener. So we want to come out and compete to win this ball game. And Coach Lair over there at Allegheny does a great job. We know that they're going to be well coached. We know that they're schematically sound. They're going to play hard. Last year we had some opportunities, and we turned the ball over 5 times. So you turn the ball over 5 times, and you're not going to win those ball games.
In other Week 1 PAC action, Washington and Jefferson opens the season at home against St. Vincent at Cameron Stadium in Washington, with kickoff slated for 1 p.m. The Presidents have dominated the series since the return of football at St. Vincent, winning 14 of 15 matchups between the programs, including a 51-0 blanking in 2023. The lone victory for the Bearcats over W&J was a 35-27 final in Latrobe in 2011. Finally, Teal will host visiting Carnegie Mellon at Alumni Stadium in Greenville at 1 p.m. The programs are meeting on the gridiron for the 50th time dating back to 1915. CMU leads the all-time series 34-13-2 and has won 8 straight against Teal, with the last Tomcat win over the Tartans being a 40-27 final in 2014. That's all for this edition of the PAC Football Report. Log on to the conference website at www.pacathletics.org all season long for the latest news, scores, statistics, and other league information. You can also follow us on social media via X, Facebook, and Instagram. Links are available at the PAC website. I'm Joe Underko. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you at the stadium.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on the iMedia One Network. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region and beyond in pursuit of a premier amateur football league championship. And if you're looking to continue your playing or coaching career after high school, college, or even the pros, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football or call owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192.
We now return you to the Cleveland Cobras high school football game of the week on the iMedia One Network.
Halftime continues here for just a few more moments. And we want to welcome in everybody that's joining us during their rain delays. We know over in Farrell, the Irish and the Steelers are in a half-hour delay, so we want to welcome everybody from Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240 and over on City View Sportscast. As, again, everybody in a weather delay here. And the only thing we have really, Coach, is rain, which is kind of moving left to right in front of us now.
Yeah, it sure is. That thing on the Urson game, my brother-in-law, Mike Sandusky, his grandson, just, I'm assuming it was special teams. I don't know if there was a fumble, and he picked it up or a kickoff return for a touchdown. So his first touchdown as a freshman for the old Urson Irish.
Doesn't get much more exciting than that.
Yeah, great for the kid.
As that comes from a Cheney guy, so big compliment there as we continue here. Just a couple of minutes here. We're in the warm-up period as captains will meet at midfield to get the second half going. It'll be Poland receiving here after the Falcons won the coin toss in pregame, and they deferred to the second half. Or excuse me. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
sorry. So we got that right.
They get the ball.
So scores from around the area, and several of these games have gone into a delay along the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. And some updates here as Camel now takes a 12-7 lead over Champion. Champion with a 6-0 lead. Or excuse me, Camel had a 6-0 lead. Champion scored, made it 7-6 in favor of the Golden Flashes, and now Champion adds another touchdown. The Red Devils take a 12-7 lead. Warren Harding and Massillon Perry now all tied up at 7. That reported at the half. Olmsted Falls 21, Canfield nothing. South Range, Coach, no surprise here. The Raiders 31, Barberton nothing.
Yeah, that's not a surprise. Not a surprise.
They have, I believe, since 2019, they have lost one regular season game. That was to Green. It was an outstanding program.
Yeah, Green, Cheney faced them 1 year in the playoffs, and I'll tell you what, they're not big, but boy, them guards can get after it.
The Wyndham Bombers with a 6-0 lead over at Jackson Milton. Youngstown East, they extend their lead over Cleveland JFK, 28-0. Struthers 34, Doane Community nothing. Sharon with a 35-0 lead over Slippery Rock. Lakeview PA 15 at Sagertown 14. And Matthews in the second quarter, last reported, Mustangs with a 12-0 lead over Newton Falls Tigers. Mineral Ridge still with a 28 lead over St. Thomas Aquinas. They go into, I believe they're going to go into a delay as well. McDonald 7, Clearview 6. Lowville at the half, last reported, Coach, the Rockets up 47-0 on Tuscarora Central Catholic.
Wow, that's huge. That's a great job.
Liberty 6-0 still over Lakeview at last report. Niles 6, Lakeview nothing. West Branch now with a 27-7 lead over Girard. United and Crestview, no report on that game. Last showing second quarter, no score. And down at Youngstown State University, Coach, Mooney 14, Steubenville 11. I don't think Steubenville got to bring their officials.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've seen that many a times. Drive you nuts.
One of the great football atmospheres in the area. Go down to Steubenville on a Friday night. And they shut the town down to come see that game.
Yeah. Whatever you say, Jim.
So, and one last score for you here. Boardman 15, Cheney nothing.
Yeah, Cheney's struggling this year. I don't
Jay Stefanson to get this one underway here with the repair that glass kickoff. Hit the ground and pick up at the 8. Dave on cue they'll bring this out to the 25 and down near the 30-yard line, and the Falcons will take over 1st and 10 to get this second half started. And once again, want to thank everybody for joining us here during your weather delays over on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240, as well as City View Sportscast. As we get ready for this second half here.
By the way, that tackle was Peyton Miller. Boy, he went down there and whacked him, so that was a good job by Mr. Miller.
Also want to report from Matt Lipsack, the Phantoms. Youngstown Phantoms, they get a preseason win tonight, 4-3 over the Green Bay Gamblers.
Good job. Good start.
Yep, they'll be starting their season just a couple weeks here in the Fall Classic. It's Toby Cash now. Back to pass, 3-step drop, kind of fires down the sideline, looking for a play, and it's going to be almost picked off by Stefanson. Ball was intended for Andrew Pollock, but Stefanson looked like he was the one running the pattern.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he had his head turned around. I'm shocked he didn't get that, but then, of course, what happened was he tripped over the receiver who fell down. If he would have been able to stay on his feet, that could have been a good catch and good return, because there would have been nobody on that far end.
Falcons taking a shot downfield here on 1st down. 11:50 here in the 3rd quarter. If you're just joining us here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600. I want to thank those joining us again over on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. That game brought to you by Mark Means and Dave Clark. Weather moving through the eastern part of Ohio, western PA. Toby Cash now taking the ball himself upfield. He'll make it out near the 39-yard line. May give him the 40. No, they'll say the 39. Actually, the official will shift back to the 38.
Well, he slid the rest of the way. I tell you what, though, that was a great run. So he got 3rd and 2 here. They're hitting Poland in the mouth up front. So Poland's got to tighten it up here.
I want to thank John Alsop for all the stats and the numbers we got for halftime. As see a huge disparity in the Poland and Fireland's offenses. Poland with 116 yards in the first half. Toby Cash in a shotgun type formation, high snap. He'll bring it down and be brought down in the backfield. And that's going to be Vincent Tafaro on the sack. And they take that back. It looks like Michael Lewis now in at quarterback for the Falcons.
I don't really think it made a difference because the snap was so high. By the time he pulled it down, we always talk about snapping the ball and timing. It just threw the whole play off.
Indeed. Kamara now posting up around his own 30-yard line. He'll get this ball away. Kamara will be able to return this one from the 26-yard line back past the 30. And he'll spin one time out to the 40, and he'll be drugged down at the 42-yard line. And Poland will get the ball for the first time in the second half here. 10:34 left, 3rd quarter. Poland 13. Falcons 0. And it's been all on the ground. Only 5 passes now thrown here in this entire game.
Yeah, they tried something early to see if they can do. Ball's nice and dry, so why not give it a shot? Did not work out for them.
So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. They'll mark the ball officially at the 41-yard line. 10:34 left here. I want to remind you, coming up, 12:05 pregame tomorrow, the Grove City Wolverines back on Western Reserve Radio with our own Mark Means. They will take on Geneva to get the 2024 campaign started after working their way through the Division III playoffs last year, coming up just short. Slow snap as they'll give it off to Chase Jones. Jones around the right side, and he may have picked up a yard or two on the play. We'll call it 2nd and 8 now for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, the Falcons have done a nice job stringing these out now. They're getting off their blocks, and they're doing what they need to do. Poland, again, no yardage on that, so it's 2nd and 10. They've got to start smacking them up in the middle or doing some counters or mixing them up.
Yeah, they'll say he went out. I guess he went out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10 now for Poland, still at the 41-yard line on the Poland side of the field. 10:26 left here, 3rd quarter. Which next week we will have the Bulldogs and the Canfield Cardinals. Looking forward to that one as Kamara now in the shotgun. Kamara going to pull the ball, taking himself upfield. He'll make it out past the midfield stripe down to the 48-yard line, and that's going to be just enough for a Bulldog first down.
Yeah, they ran that read really, real nice. He hit the ball. He was able to get some people to commit on the running back, and he was able to take it.
Poland now in Falcon territory at their 48-yard line. 10:20 here. Clock will continue to run on a rain-soaked night here in Oberlin. We even went down near the concession stand, and it was pouring.
Yes, it was.
We have finally kind of dried out a little bit.
Yeah, it slowed down. I mean, it's weird because it doesn't look like the heavy rain, but it's raining.
Cooler temperatures now as Jay Stefanson will be the receiver to the near side. They'll go to the I formation. Kamara under center. First and 10. We'll hand it off to the tailback. Pick up a couple yards on the play. It's getting a little harder to see these numbers here on the white jerseys.
Looked like Colin Scott on the tackle.
Number 56, Noah Engel.
Okay, Noah Engel. There was two of them.
They couldn't get a number on the ball carrier there. Like I said, it's getting a little dirtier there, and that may have been Angelilli on the carry. We apologize.
Absolutely.
So 2nd and 8 for the Bulldogs at the Falcons 46-yard line. 9:20 here as the clock continues to run. Callie the tight end to the right side now. They'll go two wings to the right essentially. We're on the shotgun, and there's going to be a little bit offside
the
Falcons.
There was a little timing off there because the ball wasn't snapped.
Just a bit offside.
Jimmy Berry trying to line up next to Kamara in the Poland backfield.
He was hoping he could take the handoff before the ball was snapped.
All right. So, incidentally, no argument from Barry.
No, I did it.
Yes.
Doggone it, I didn't time it right.
You got to own that one, Jimmy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you did.
So, 2nd and 3 now for the Bulldogs. They'll park the ball at the Falcon 41-yard line. I formation again. And now the Bulldogs will be offside. So the officials give it 5, and they will take it away 5.
Whoop, he almost went the wrong way.
Right,
there we go. Now putting it back where it was at. There we go.
You remember the game on The Price is Right where the yodeler guy would go up and down depending on it? Yeah, it's kind of the same deal there. So we're back to 2nd and 8. We'll just do it again.
Good Lord. Now we're talking about The Price is Right.
2nd and 8, the Falcons 46. Kamara in the shotgun. He'll take himself off the right side, and now we'll have another flag. And
somebody on the far end looked like the wing kind of was in position and stood up and said, "What was that?" And that's motion.
All right, 2nd and 13. So this went from 2nd and 3 to 2nd and 13.
We're just battling back and forth between probably about the 35 to 35. It's kind of staying right there.
And really, we need to get to this other end of the field. It's really in good shape.
Yeah,
it hasn't been touched. So.
Yeah, away from the scoreboard, it's in beautiful shape down there, but we haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, I stand corrected. Matt Lipsack just informed me on the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. The Phantoms won 7-4 tonight. So Kamara now with the spin move. He'll come back to the near side, upfield past the 40. He's got one man to beat. He'll get a block. And one man with an angle. He'll cut to the inside. Kamara in.
Flag on the play.
54-yard run and a flag. And you know it's going to be against Poland because the umpire and referee have not left the area.
Oh, Lord.
So Vito Kamara with a fantastic run. Twisting and turning. 55 yards, actually, but that will come all the way back. And now it will be 2nd and 23.
Hayden Fortner had him, I'm going to say probably on maybe about the 20 to 15-yard line. And all he did was plant his foot, moved, and his motion was coming toward the sidelines, and he was able to just walk right around him.
Again, we want to welcome everybody on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240, as well as City View Sportscast. We thank you for joining us, but we hope we can get you back to your games here. Hopefully that weather will move through. As here, the Poland Bulldogs have a 13-0 lead over the Firelands Falcons. The Bulldogs scoring all in the first quarter. McCauley get them on the board with an 8-yard touchdown reception from Kamara, and Kamara would take the ball 42 yards into the end zone to give Poland the 13-0 lead.
I believe this is the third time we've run second down.
Maybe the fourth. We had 3rd and 8, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 13, and now 2nd and 22. Excuse me. Handoff this time to Jones. Jones out to the right side. He'll slip one move, and he'll be brought down near the Falcons' 46-yard line. And that'll make it a more manageable 3rd down now for the Poland Bulldogs.
Yeah, that was Man, let me tell you what. He had the alley. That was a good job.
3rd and 9.
So Sam Olmstead sends this score from Salem on the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. The Salem Quakers 13, the East Liverpool Potters 0. So thank you, Sam, for that. We appreciate it. Kamara now in the shotgun. They'll send McCauley from the left side to the right side. The wing to the right as well. Kamara with the running back to his right. We'll give it off. That'll be Jones again. He'll be hemmed up in the backfield. A loss of a yard on the play, maybe 2. That'll bring up 4th down now for Poland. And you can just tell these field conditions are slowing the game down.
Yeah, Michael Lewis about took the handoff in the backfield. It's just they can't get any footage. They're just their feet bite and everything's just sliding off. Oh, we got a lineman down.
While they attend to that, I want to remind you this third quarter is brought to you by the Mahoning Valley Federals. After a 2024 playoff appearance, the Mahoning Valley's minor league football team is building for the 2025 season. For more information, call General Manager John Galbraith at 330-540-1099. Go to the team's Facebook page at Mahoning Valley Federals. They'll get this punt away. It'll be a lone line drive, picked up at the 12-yard line, right out to the 20. And near the 25-yard line, that's where the Falcons will start their drive here. And, of course, as I was saying, talk to John Galbraith. And if you are former high school, college, or even a former pro athlete, contact John and maybe get back on the gridiron on Saturday afternoons and evenings during the spring and summer. Probably one of the funnest times you and I have had in football.
Absolutely. I've told everybody I've coached a lot of levels. That was probably the hardest level to coach. And we did a pretty good job just on our computers, just by taking, it was like a podcast, and those guys could all watch.
It was Zoom before Zoom.
Zoom before Zoom. And we would go over offense and defense week to week, and it really worked out for us. And I'll tell you what, other than that, I tell people, I said, you got usually 1, maybe 2 days of practice. You don't know if you got all your guys there. And you're trying to win football games when you got 30 people on the sideline. So it gets a little challenging as a coach. So you got to make sure you have a good staff and a good bunch, which we had an outstanding bunch of guys. And, boy, they caught on, and they took it all.
Certainly, it's like any other industry here. You got to do more with less at that level. And, again,
Sure do.
You grab the talent from the Mahoning Valley, and you can put together a nice product. And I'll tell you, the Federals are putting together a nice product over there in their second year. They hit the second round of the playoffs. As the officials are at midfield, kind of talking things over, they'll head over to the Falcon sideline. 6:49 left here, third quarter. Poland with a 13-0 lead. And I'm not sure what the...
Oh, it looks like there's going to be a personal foul, I'm assuming.
And I didn't see a flag down, but the officials got together. So here we go. Personal foul coming up against Fireland. And you were indeed correct on that, Coach. So unsportsmanlike conduct against. So that might set them back a full 30 as I see the back judge waiting for the ball.
Wait, we pointing this way or that way? I think he got a little confused.
Yeah, he might have gotten confused.
So that's going to be 30 yards and a penalty.
Personal foul on the defense.
So that is going to be 4th and...
Adds up to a whole bunch of yards for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be 4th, and we're going to have to catch a cab. All right. So let's see what we got here is, again, the delay in the game here, not because of weather, but we're trying to assess all the penalties here. No flags were thrown, Coach, interestingly enough.
Well, I had one down here, and then there was one up on top. So something happened down here. I'm not sure what happened down here, and that might have been the...
Yeah, the unsportsmanlike conduct, I think you're right, may have come from the sideline.
Yeah. Oh, I did see 2 flags. That I did. I just didn't see what went on. Could have been language, Jim. You know how that is, and that's how it goes.
So it'll still be 1st and 10 for the Falcons, but they're going to be back at their 3-yard line. Back to pass, up in the air. It's going to be caught. Is it intercepted at the 15? Ball was thrown up in the air.
Tomcast pass is incomplete.
And they're going to say incomplete. Yanni Hazamahalis had a shot at it.
2nd down.
And that's going to be Toby Cash backed in there, a quarterback. It didn't look like he really came off his hand too well either, Coach.
Yeah, it really didn't, but it looked like Hasmahala had it. I mean, it looked like he caught that ball.
So 2nd and 10 now for the Falcons at their own 3-yard line. 6:41 left here, third quarter. Poland with a 13-0 lead.
There was somebody that came on that play, Jim, right in his face, too. So I think he rushed it, or when his follow-through, it got hit.
Third quarter brought to you by the Mahoning Valley Federals football team. Make sure to call John Galbraith at 330-540-1099 as Toby Cash will take the ball himself off the right side. He'll try to get a few yards, give him some room to work, and he's going to be met right at the line of scrimmage. May have picked up about a half a yard on the play, but it'll bring up third down nonetheless.
Yeah, we're starting to work on this end of the field now. So if they hold them here, they'll have decent field position.
Certainly, they're going to have some ball security down here. Not the place you want to lose that. As now it'll be 3rd and 10 again from the Falcons 3-yard line. 6:12 here as the clock will continue to run. 13. Falcons nothing. As the rain will become a little lighter now. Toby Cash now with wait for the snap, but his running back took a step forward. Colin Scott got a little bit of an early start. I think he tried to stop.
Yeah, well, he did.
Nothing to do with the weather or the turf. So, mental mistake by the Falcons will put him back half the distance. The Cash now, low snap. He'll pick this one up, try to get out past the goal line. And it'll bring up 4th down now for the Falcons, and they will be punting out of the back of their end zone.
Yeah, that's
by number 50.
He looked like he did. He lost yardage. So we should hear Poland have good field position. Just hang on to the ball, do what you got to do. And this young man who's punting the ball has done an outstanding job. I'll tell you what, he's kicking good.
That's going to be fortunate because he's right at the goal line. Good snap. They'll get this one. It'll be a high punt. And this one will land at the 31, and it'll roll to the Falcons' 38-yard line. That's where Poland will take over 1st and 10. 5:06 left here, third quarter. Poland 13. Fireland's nothing.
That's Colin Scott, who's out there punting the ball. That was a great job. He's done a good job to this point. He's really pinned him out.
Take a look at the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update from around the valley here. Austintown Fitch continues to shut out Glen Oak 28-0. Western Reserve 7, Columbiana nothing in a close one. Harding and Massillon Perry all tied up at 7. Homestead Falls now 28, Canfield nothing. Wow, interesting.
Boy, next week's game could be really big.
Well, this is going to be, it's been several years since the Bulldogs have had a win against the Canfield Cardinals, and they will head out to the west side of the county there.
And Coach Ignazio taking over, so there's
certainly a name you know from the area. He has been around.
Yes. Went to school with his cousin at Cheney.
Be excited to see him as Kamara now will pull this ball himself, take it out to the right side past the 40, and he'll pick up a couple yards on the play. Actually, I don't know, Coach. Thought he had a little bit more than that, but it's going to bring up 2nd and 9 for the Bulldogs. Again, hard to tell here as the lines on the field start to disappear.
Right. Well, Fireland's did a great job on that one because they stayed steady on the end closest to us. And they really, if he would have given, he would have been clobbered. So, and then the outside guys on the far side read that quarterback and they kept their ground. So defensively, they did a great job on that.
Mar now in the shotgun, one running back to his right. They'll go wing right. And we're going to have a flag, some motion up front as Chase Jones is going to get the ball, but that'll knock him back 5. It's now going to be 2nd and 14 for the Poland Bulldogs. And things, not only the field getting sloppy, but some of the play.
Yeah, I'm watching Coach Pavlansky. He's a little animated on the sidelines. There will be some fireside chat in film tomorrow, and there's going to be some guys that ain't going to like what they say. No donuts for them.
Well, for all the moms out here, I hate to tell you what that's code for, but I think we've all been there.
Yeah, a little chewing.
4 minutes left here, third quarter. I'll go single receiver to the near side. Kamara in the shotgun. I'll give it to Chase Jones. Jones upfield. He'll fight his way forward past the 40. And down near the 36-yard line, they'll give him the 37, actually. So 7-yard pickup for the Bulldogs. Make it a little bit more manageable here on third down.
Noah Engel.
Noah Engel on the tackle for the Falcons.
They just chip away and chip away. Now, I thought he got more yards than that, but that's okay. Got it back. So 3rd and 8-ish.
Verone, the receiver to the far side. They'll go wing right. Kamara in the shotgun. 3rd down and 8. Ball on the ground. Kamara going to pick it up. He's going to be brought down in the backfield. Try to regain his feet. And again, I think there was just a miscommunication between he and Jones on that read.
Yeah, that's. I think the back wanted it and he didn't want to give it, so kind of drop the ball on that one. So they're going to be punting it from here.
4th and 10.
Try to pin him down
for the Bulldogs. Not quite the place to have that kind of argument.
No, that's not a good thing. And they're hanging around. Fireland is they're still there. They're fighting. They're scrappy in this.
Jay Stefanson out to punt for the Poland Bulldogs. It'll be Pollock and Green back to return for the Falcons. Poland 13, Fireland 0. Good snap. We'll get that back. Stefanson will get this one off. Spiral punt. And we'll hit it right around the 15-yard line, and they'll let it roll inside the 10 and down near the 7-yard line. And that's where Falcons will take over 1st and 10 from deep on their end of the field. And Coach, when you're playing from behind that 10-yard line, that playbook gets a little bit smaller.
Yeah, you got to be very careful.
Volleyball.
And you know what, Jim? It's really slowed down. It's still raining there, but it's real light now. It's not coming down, but at this point, the field says, nah, it's a mess.
Well, to give you, Coach, an idea of some of the weather issues we're having, Wyndham and Jackson Milton, they are in Wyndham. They go into a delay, but also Grove City High School at Titusville goes into a delay as well. So that weather moving across eastern Ohio, western Pennsylvania.
Back to the lands.
Thank you for joining us here. If you're waiting on your game here, Cash now in the shotgun, one running back to the right. He'll hand it off. Contact in the backfield, and he may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10 now for the Falcons.
No gain. 2nd down.
They're going to go right back to the line. A little bit up-tempo here. Falcons down by 13. Again, game not over by any stretch of the imagination.
Vinny Safaro on that tackle.
Toby Cash in the backfield. He'll have Colin Scott to his right. Twin receivers to the near side. They'll move Scott from his right hip to his left. Late rain still coming down here. Toby Cash went to set his feet. Thought better. He'll go up to the line of scrimmage, just kind of take a knee there. So,
well, what he stepped this way to look to throw the quick pass, and the defender for Poland jumped that real quick. That was a great job, and that was Hasmahala. He saw what was there, and I mean, he came like a train. And if he'd have thrown that ball, either he would have decapitated the receiver, or he'd have picked it.
Minute 15 left here, 3rd quarter. Brought to you by the Mahoning Valley Federals football team. Toby Cash in a shotgun. He'll roll out to the near side. Get a block. He'll throw this one into the flats. And again, Coach, no receiver in the area. Well, they might give him this one.
He got clocked.
I don't think he's going to. I don't think he got to pass the line of scrimmage. They're going to let this one go. No problem. 4th down now for the Falcons. As Mark Means and Dave Clark listening in.
Gentlemen, how are you guys doing?
Over in Farrell there. They've done a lot of work over at that stadium for the Farrell Steelers. Peggy Sports Complex. We all recognize that name as Scott will punt this one away to Kamara. Kamara will pick this one up at his own 40. He's going to go past, so he's going to jump on it. And the ball's still loose. And it's going to be covered up by the Bulldogs on their own 49-yard line. Kamara now holding his foot.
Covered by the Bulldogs.
I think somebody rolled over it.
Nope, cramp.
And yeah, that if it's a cramp, we can deal with that. We don't want to see anybody injured here on what now is becoming a heavy rain again. 55 seconds left here, 3rd quarter.
And, back in the day, called it a pigskin. So
we've seen a lot of that here early in the season with the heat and humidity. But
let me but I'm talking about the football. That football is oval, and when that football is wet, it's like trying to capture a greasy pig.
So Just to give you an image, Kevin Seifert actually helped him work the cramp out, and then Kamara looked for a little hand up to get help up, and he walked away from him. So.
Yeah, I got this. Just lay there. Let these guys come and get you.
Think about it. He can work it out. But speaking of Mark Means, he will have the Grove City Wolverines tomorrow as they kick off their 2024 campaign. Coach DiDonato there has become a great program over there after some rough years. I'll tell you right now, that is an outstanding program and a favorite to win the PAC. And, of course, you listen to the PAC report right here at halftime. We'll bring that to you all season long as it is available. And then 12:05 tomorrow pregame for the Grove City Wolverines will take on Geneva. I believe a 1 o'clock kickoff scheduled. So a lot going on tomorrow. So Kamara now in the shotgun. Actually, that's going to be Zipolidis with the ball. He'll keep it up the upfield there, past the 45, down to the 43-yard line. And it'll be 2nd and 1 now for Poland in Falcon territory. Just about 40 seconds left here, third quarter.
2nd and 1.
And the Bulldogs with only a 13-0 lead here. Again, everything's been on the ground. And they've been trying to grind this out here. The field started out in great shape, but you can see Coach right around the 35-yard line in the middle, maybe a little bit of ponding starting there.
Oh, yeah, I see some puddling.
It's been a constant rain, some heavier at some time than others. More down the shotgun, wing left. And that's going to be Zipolidis. It's going to bounce off a tackle, break tack to the opposite side, and get out to the 40, past the 40. And he'll fight his way down to the 36-yard line. Plenty enough for a Poland first down, but what an outstanding run by Pano Zipolidis.
He wasn't going down. That was one determined young man. He got hit, I think, at least 5 times, and then he dragged this guy for another few yards. I mean, my man said, I'm not going down.
Yeah, my son, who
in the third quarter,
is a sports savant, said defined Pano Zipolidis as a beast.
Yeah.
And that will bring us to the end of the third quarter here in Oberlin, Poland. We'll head to the fourth quarter with a 13-0 lead over the Firelands Falcons. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You are listening to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back right after this.
Mahoning Valley Federals is the area's minor league football team. After only 2 years in existence and an appearance in the league playoff semifinal game, the Federals are looking to add Valley High School and college talent to help take the next step toward a league championship. For more information on how to become part of the Federals' journey, go to Facebook at the Mahoning Valley Federals Developmental Football Team or contact General Manager John Galbraith at 330-540-1099. The Mahoning Valley Federals, honoring the football tradition in the Valley.
The Mahoning Valley's leader for golf, Milk Creek Golf Course, is now booking tee times for 2024. We offer stay and play opportunities available with 9 area hotel partners. For more information, visit our website at millcreekmetroparks.org. Also, look for new, exciting opportunities coming soon, including an indoor player development center with Trackman, an indoor Callaway Club Fitting Center, and an Odyssey Fitting Studio in 2024. Follow us on Facebook at Milk Creek Golf Course or call 330-740-7112.
Now return you to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week on the iMedia One Network.
Check this one downfield. It's going to be incomplete, bringing up 2nd down for the Bulldogs at the Falcons 36-yard line. 11:55 left here in the fourth quarter. And, Coach, you know what that means. It's our favorite quarter of the day.
Lena's.
Our fourth quarter is brought to you by Lena's Pierogi House, your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Visit Lena's on Facebook to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. As Zipolidis will take the ball off the left side. Flag's going to come in past the 25 down to the 24-yard line, and it looks like it's in the area of holding as 2 people, and indeed the preliminary indication is holding against the Bulldogs.
Well, there was flags from everywhere. Holy mad, there's at least 3 on the ground right now.
I think we have consensus among the officials.
There might be. I mean, I got to believe they probably saw something.
And again, Lena's our favorite fourth quarter sponsor here. Call Lena's at 330-254-8532. But if you have to do anything afterwards, I don't recommend it because you will want to take a nap.
Yeah, don't stop for lunch unless you want to lay down in the parking lot.
Pierogies, halushki, and that other stuff you like.
Chicken paprikos.
Outstanding here is Jay Stefanson will be the receiver to the far side. McCauley will be the wing to the left. Shotgun here. 2nd and 20 now from the Bulldog 36-yard line. Give it to Chase Jones. Jones upfield, past the 40. Out to the 35. He'll drag a few defenders, and he'll be brought down near the 33-yard line.
Stop at number 32, Carson.
Bringing up a manageable 3rd down now for the Bulldogs.
Well, we had one of the big linemen that pulled for him and was leading him down the field. And unfortunately, the lineman was trying to get out of his way, and he runs smack into the lineman, and that about took him down. So I think if the lineman would have further down the field, we might have made something out of that, but it was a great run.
Well, the good news is we have returned. City View Sportscast back to the Neshannock Lancers and the Elwood City Wolverines after a weather delay. The Ursuline Irish and the Farrell Steelers still in a rain delay. Both means Dave Clark bringing you down on Western Reserve Radio 2, Sports Radio 1240. And Zippolitas now out to the left side, direct snap. Nowhere to go there. He'll lose a yard or two on the play and be unceremoniously dumped backwards. We'll bring up 4th down now for the Bulldogs.
There's some heavy hitting out there. There's some linemen that are they're just eating people up. It's just Grayson Schaefer took his guy, drove him 10 yards back, and he's not. I would say he's a little girthy, and he landed on that man, and I thought I heard a oof all the way up here.
And you have to credit the Firelands Falcons. They've slowed the game down. Oh, yeah. They've made it a physical game.
You know what, Jim? You're right. They really have. Because of the field, it's taken the speed out of Poland, and they're going toe-to-toe. I mean, it's 13-0 in a quagmire, but again, they've hung in there and done a great job.
Poland's defense only giving up 10 points here in the first 3 games. 9:50 left here. We're going to have a flag here, and I thought somebody was going to take a timeout, but our back judge threw the flag. And illegal substitution, I believe, against Poland. Delay of game against Poland.
Oh, you know why, Jim? They wanted to back them up. That's all that was. They just backed them up 5 yards.
A strategic move by Coach Pavlansky. As Chase Stefanson will come in to punt this one away. And it'll be Pollock and Green back to return. Low snap. Stefanson will get this one off. It's going to be a high spiral punt. They'll let it go, and it's going to roll into the end zone. And the Falcons will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. 9:43 left here in this game. Poland 13, Firelands 0. A rain-soaked night here in Oberlin. The field has really slowed this game down. Actually, 8:46 now here, and we're about 9 minutes left in this game. A whole lot of reason or ability to throw this ball. You can tell the ball not coming off of either quarterback's hands very well.
Right, and it has, again, it's come down hard. Now it is starting to let up, and again, we're up in the booth, so we're judging on the lights. It looks like almost like a mist.
Cash now in a shotgun, going to take the ball himself off the left side, try to work forward, and he'll get out near the 24-yard line. And a flag on the play, and this is going to come near the end of the play. So this may be a little bit of a late hit.
Tackled by number 43.
No, there was number 63, I believe, is who's going to be the culprit. I'm not sure on this.
Well, let's see if the official is now going to meet
C.J. Gillis. Little extracurricular on the block. Maybe give him a little business. I don't know.
6'2", 300-pound senior. As we get the official call here. So dead ball, personal foul coming up against the Falcons. That'll push him back 15, actually half the distance. 9:35 left here in the fourth quarter. Poland 13, Fireland 0.
And they just went backwards big time.
And a game that you're not really out of, that's got to be frustrating for the coaching staff.
Absolutely. I mean, they're 2 scores down. That's it.
As
of course, on a quagmire field, that's horrible. That's an eternity.
Toby Cash now in a shotgun. Scott to his right. Twin receivers to the far side. Hand it off to Scott. Scott trying to find room to the outside. Stefanson stepping up. and going to make the tackle, going to knock him out of bounds.
Bounds,
Angelilli in
ball
there
carrier.
as well for the Bulldogs. It'll bring up
Bounds with number 6.
third down now for the Falcons.
Had a few yards on that.
Coming up next week, Poland will travel to Canfield in the Battle of 224. Take on the Cardinals. 6:35 airtime, 7 o'clock kickoff right here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600.
They say throw the records out and it's a battle of the best.
So 3rd and 18 now, ball at the Falcons 13-yard line. Send a man in motion. Toby Cash back to pass, setting up the screen. That's going to be Scott with the ball. He's going to move forward to the 20. Ball's going to come loose into the hands of a Bulldog. And he'll try to return it down to the 28-yard line. And that went right into the hands of J.J. Fonda. And another turnover created by this Poland Bulldog defense. They have been outstanding with that.
Yeah, he got hit, and that ball just squirted out, went right into a Poland guy. Holy mackerel.
Looked like he just handed it to Fonda, actually. So Poland will take over 1st and 10 in Falcon territory.
Well, there's a flag, and it's in the backfield, so I'm assuming it's holding, and they'll decline it.
So we are told now that the Ursuline-Farrell game has been called, and Ursuline will get the win. They will shut out the Farrell Steelers. The Irish go 2-1. So holding call coming up against the Falcons. That'll be declined. Poland will take the result of the play, and it will be first down for Poland with 8:36 left in this game. And over on Tri-County Digital Broadcasting, the Mineral Ridge Rams with a 28-7 lead over the St. Thomas Aquinas. There we go.
Easy for you to say.
Over the Knights. 7:45 left here. They've had a rain delay. So it looks like Mineral Ridge may be on their way to a win here. Again, some teams might be content to call that game here depending on where you are at. As Kamar now in the shotgun. He'll hand the ball off straight up the middle. Chase Jones again back down to the 28-yard line. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. 8:25 left here in the game. Bulldogs with a 13-0 lead.
Yeah, it's just the footing's so bad. Nobody could plant. It's just there's just no footing, and they can't get the momentum going on the runs.
Mark the ball at the 28-yard line. And you know, it would be great to go home to. If you're going to make it home early because of the weather, maybe some Linas, some pierogies, Alushki. As they'll go I formation, Kamara under center, 7:53 left here, 4th quarter. Off to the tailback, that'll be Chase Jones again. He'll make it out past the 25 and down near the 23-yard line. Pick up a 5. Be 3rd and 5 now for the Bulldogs.
You're just going to have to and just play control football. Go down, take the yardage you get. You're in 2-down territory now. So you got 3rd and 5. Get positive yards, go for it on 4th. You still got them pinned. I don't know if I'd try a field goal where that's at. It's just too sloppy.
Next week also Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. Mark Means, Dave Clark will have Niles at Hubbard. So Mark, you can essentially park at Mark's to go to a Niles game and a Hubbard graduate. So hand off again. Up the middle, I believe that's going to be Angelilli on the carry inside the 20. Down near the 19. I'm actually going to say that's going to be Jones on the carry. Again, it's hard to tell with the numbers now as they get a little bit muddy. So I was right. That's going to be Angelilli on the carry.
Very good.
All right.
It has stopped raining.
Just in time for this game to end, Coach. 6:34 left here in this game. Poland with a 13-0 lead. Poland looking to go for the 2nd week in a row without allowing an offensive touchdown. Howland scores last week on a 34-yard interception return. We're going to go tight formation now, and we're going to get a whistle.
Coach Pav called a timeout.
All right. Coach Pavlansky says he wants to talk about it. We will step aside for a 30-second timeout as well. You're listening to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600. We're back on the other side.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
Now return you to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week on the iMedia One Network.
6:11 left here in this game. Poland with a 13-0 lead over the Fireland Falcons. And appreciate everybody for sticking around over on Western Reserve Radio and Sports Radio 1240. Ursuline gets the win after they call the game after the weather delay. 27-0 in favor of the Irish. Mark means Dave Clark. They will be back next week with the Niles Red Dragons at the Hubbard Eagles. T formation now. Camaro under center. 4th and 2. He'll give it to Jones. Jones upfield. He'll have enough for the first down. He'll get past
Jones, ball carrier.
the 16 down to the 15-yard line. And into the red zone for the Poland Bulldogs here with just a little over 6 minutes left.
Yeah, good push up front. Good job there. Good hard run. Gets first down. Keep the clock running.
Take a look here in a moment. The Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. We've had some scoring from around the valley here. 1st and 10 now for Poland. Ball to 15-yard line. 6 minutes even left here. T formation as Kamara will go under center. 2 tight ends for the Bulldogs, moving left to right on your devices if you're listening on Live 365 or tune in, as they'll wait for the back judge to give them the 5-second call. Kamara with the handoff to Jones. Jones out to the far side, trying to get the edge. Out past the 15. And down near the 11-yard line, another flag going to come in. And, Coach, I think we're going to have another holding coming up against Poland.
Yeah. Looked like around the edge. It looked like they grabbed hold of him. Although that's on the far side, so.
I'll hold the phones on that one because I thought the preliminary indication was a horse collar tackle, but nope, I was wrong. Face mask coming up against the Falcons. That'll be half the distance of the goal for the Poland Bulldogs.
I figured it was something on the tackle because it was way outside. Although it looked like somebody grabbed a jersey coming around the corner, so they got him with a first down with the face mask.
1st and goal. Looks like it might be at the 6-yard line for the Bulldogs. 5:34 left here in this game.
Yes, 1st and 1. That should have been a first down. Yeah, that should be a first down.
So it's 1st and goal at the 6. They'll go T formation. Kamara under center. And they'll go big formation. Tight ends on both sides. Kamara with the handoff upfield. May have picked up a yard on the play. 2nd and goal now for the Bulldogs. Over. Okay, so 2nd and goal now. I believe they're going to work the ball at the 5. 5:04 left here, 4th quarter. I think there was a little confusion down there, but I think they've got that worked out now.
It should be second down because, yeah, it has to be.
And I don't believe they've updated the scoreboard, but the marker is updated.
Yeah,
So T formation again. Kamara now. He'll go under center. And they're going to wait for the back judge to give him the 5-second warning. Kamara now with the handoff to Jones. Jones upfield and into the end zone. 4:27 of the 4th quarter. Poland adds 6 more on a 5-yard touchdown run by Chase Jones.
Yeah, I don't understand the call because if it was a face mask, half the distance, that's probably what happened.
So while not much scoring here tonight,
well,
Poland has gotten into the end zone. 3 different folks again, Coach. We talked about how they spread the ball around here. It's really hard to defend a team when you don't know where it's going.
Well, I'll give you all the credit to Fireland now. They've done a great job against Poland. I know they're 3 scores down, but I'll tell you what, they had to battle to get those 3 scores. So they got stuff to build on.
Chase Jones with his first touchdown of the 2024 campaign. Josh Maseko to hold. Stefanson for the kick. And it's going to be a low one.
It is low.
And no good. So 4:26 left here in this fourth quarter. We'll keep it right here during the Lena's fourth quarter on Western Reserve Radio, WRQX AM 600. Take a look at some scores from around the area on the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. And Valley Christian and Brookfield, they're still in a tight one over there. 8-6 in favor of Valley Christian. Camel and Champion, the Red Devils, they lead the Golden Flashes by a score of 24-15. Western Reserve and Columbiana now all tied up at 7. Massillon Perry takes a 9-7 lead over Warren Harding. Olmsted Falls 35, Canfield nothing. I don't know the last time I saw a Canfield team shut out. But they are in danger of that right now.
And I feel bad for Coach Ignazio. I mean, this is tough for him, but, first year, new coach, all the stuff.
Yeah, fill in the shoes of Coach Pavlansky, incidentally, over in Canfield.
Absolutely.
Used to love the battles there between Pole and Canfield, between the brothers. That was really nice.
Yep.
South Range now, shutting out Barberton 38-0. St. Clairsville with a 14-7 lead over Beaver Local. And Wyndham with a 12-8 lead over Jackson Milton. Boardman still with a 15-0 lead over Cheney. Cardinal Mooney 14, Steubenville 11. That last reported in the third quarter. Crestview 14, United nothing. West Branch 41, Girard 7, Coach. Interesting there. And Niles looks like they may pick up their first win, 18-0 over Lakeside. Currently, Lakeview gets a safety, but they trail Liberty by a score of 6-2. Stefanson on to kick off here.
Baseball score.
Yep, third inning over there. So Stefanson on to kick off with 4:26 left here, fourth quarter. Of course, all kickoffs. By repair that glass, Dave got a little bit ahead of me on that.
That's all right. He got us quick.
Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass, offering a full range of automotive glass repairs. For an appointment, call 330-534-3192. And while you're waiting to get your windshield repaired, just go over to Lena's. Has the best variety of pierogies in the area.
I like how you led into that. That was amazing. I like that.
Visit Lena's on Facebook to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Call Lena's at 330-254-8532.
I wonder if she does fruit ones like an apricot and a liqueur. I always like the liqueur.
I believe there was, if I'm not mistaken, there was one that was a cheeseburger pierogi.
Yeah. Well.
Everything that I love would be right there in my...
You could get a dozen of them. It's like eating a dozen little hamburgers, cheeseburgers.
Stefanson to kick off.
And the rain started again.
And just as we thought we were in the clear here, this one going to be a line drive picked up near the 7-yard line. Falcons will bring this one up past the 15, 25, now near the 28-yard line.
About the 28-yard line.
That's going to be Andrew Pollock on the return, the 5'10", 160-pound sophomore.
Andrew Pollock on the return.
Falcons now trail Polo by a score of 19-0. Of course, we're looking forward to next week as well as we head over to Canfield for the Battle of 224.
You know what's nice is? Band member, your son for Poland. Carol's 2 grandsons for Canfield.
That's terrible. Canfield.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Twin receivers to the far side now. Toby Cash in the shotgun. He'll send his wing from the left to the right side. 4:19 left here, fourth quarter. I'll hand this one off in the backfield. Contact, nowhere to go. Colin Scott going to be brought down in the backfield. And while we have an opportunity here, 4:08 left here, fourth quarter. We'll step aside for station ID. You are listening to WRQX AM 600, The Patriot, a Cumulus media station.
WRQX, Salem, Youngstown, Warren. We are AM 600, The Patriot, a Cumulus media station.
3:48 left here in this game. Toby Cash in the shotgun. Single receiver to each side. They'll move the wing from the right to the left. That'll be Barry. Ball on the ground. And Toby Cash will have to cover this one up. They'll bring up third down now. They'll lose a couple of more yards on that. Clock will continue to run with 3.5 minutes left here.
We didn't get a number on that last play. It was Peyton Miller that got in there and did a great job knocking him down.
Really hard to tell with that group mentality.
Yeah.
If you go, I go.
Yeah.
So again, we talked about, we joke about the Poland offense, but again, they have been outstanding here. I can't remember the last time they gave up one offensive touchdown against Salem in the third quarter of that game.
Yeah.
Since then, points have been hard to come by against Poland.
Yep. They've done a great job defensively. Their coordinators is a great job.
Man in motion here from left to right. They'll get it off on a jet motion, ball on the ground, and Poland's going to recover this. He'll be inside the 20-yard line. We'll see where they're going to mark it here. 2:49 left here, fourth quarter. Falcons going to turn the ball over again. That's another aspect of this Poland defense we've been talking about. It's been turnover after turnover, fumbles, interceptions, and it's been because of the initial contact they make.
Yeah, he did a great job. I mean, he hit him. It was a jet sweep, but he just was able to clobber him, cough that ball up. And you got to remember, these balls are wet and these balls are muddy. And it don't take much sometimes. If you don't keep that thing high and tight and keep them arms wrapped around, when a big hit with one arm, it's going to pop out of there.
Which is okay with the coaches. They never have a problem with that.
Yeah. As long as you're the one that's getting on the fumble.
Even my own brother calling and say, Dave was right on the button with that glass effect.
I like that.
I want to thank him and his mom, Harriet. They're house sitting the dogs tonight. Woodsy and Queso are kind of getting spoiled right now. I don't know if they're going to want to come home with me as the officials trying to work something out here right around the 22-yard line, but Poland will have the ball first and 10 at the Falcon 19-yard line. 2:49 left here. Poland with a 19-0 lead.
We were talking about the Canfield game. Carol's one grandson on the golf team knocked off from last year to this year 20 shots off his game. Unbelievable.
Takes way too much coordination. Kamara now waiting for the back judge again to get the 5-second warning to go T formation here. Hand it off the right side. And it's going to be Angelilli with the ball. May have picked up a yard on the play. We got a couple yards on that. Bring up second down here. Clock will continue to run as Poland will be content to try to run this one out, get out of here healthy, and prepare for their battle of 224 next week with the Canfield Cardinals.
Second down.
As always, I'll remind you that fourth quarter is brought to you by Lena's Pierogi House, your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Visit Lena's on Facebook to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Call Lena's at 330-254-8532. Thank you for her continued support as all of our sponsors here, which make this possible for us to have maybe way too much fun on a Friday night.
Yeah, we do. I hope everybody enjoys us. We get serious. We try to call a good game, but we also have to have fun up here. And there was a lot of laughing and a lot of other things that we talk about, and we don't want to bore anybody. But it's nice throwing some names out there occasionally. And
no, that's you throwing names out. I don't know anybody.
Yeah. So. Well, that's because I've probably coached half the people in our area.
I believe that's going to be Carter Lehman making his way to the sideline, if I'm not mistaken here. Or Nate Rowley. Hard to tell. Again. So nonetheless, Poland ball now, 2nd and 7 now at the Falcon 16-yard line. As we get near wrapping up here, week 3 already of the high school football season. Go T formation, Kamara under center, and he's going to try to run this clock down. And several starters not playing for Poland tonight. Hopefully they'll be healthy next week. Handoff up the middle. Poland will drive past the 10 down to the 8-yard line. I believe that's going to be Angelilli on the carry again.
14, Darren
He's going to be brought down by Laxon.
Yes.
We talked about that in the pregame.
Yeah, that's pretty.
The S and the K sometimes get switched.
Yes.
So hard to say, but nonetheless, clock will continue to run under 2 minutes. Here on Western Reserve Radio, WRQX AM 600. Again, we want to welcome and thank you to everybody who stuck around here from Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. Of course, that game Ursuline and Farrell called, with Ursuline leading 27-0.
I'm hoping that this game ends. If they get a first down, they'll take knees, but I think they're going to run it down as far as they can. There we go, 10.
Just about 1:23 left here. Kamara drops the ball on the ground. He's going to fall on it. That'll bring up 4th down and 2 now for the Bulldogs. And we'll see if they maybe give Jay Stefanson a shot at a field goal. I'm marking it to 11, so you're looking at about a 28-yard field goal.
I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're just going to kind of, I'm hoping the officials let it run out.
Yeah, clock under a minute now. 55 seconds left here. Poland 19. Fireland's at 0. Again, I want to thank John Alsop for the stats tonight. He's the president of the Poland All Sports Boosters. But it's outstanding service. Sometimes we like to look at the numbers, see how things are panning out. I knew you as a coach loved those.
Absolutely.
Tells you where you are.
Yeah, you need to do that.
Kamara. I don't know if he dropped the ball or not, but
no, the ball was not snapped.
Okay, so they're going to.
So it's a penalty on the left side.
So false start against Poland.
State, yes.
Okay,
well, the whole offensive line on the left side left, and I guess they forgot it. But that's okay. Run it.
So the left side didn't know what the right side were doing.
Well, sometimes that happens.
And the center broke the tie.
Yeah.
So 30 seconds left here after the penalty.
They ought to spin it. Just spin the clock. Come on, guys.
So 4th and 8 for Poland. Ball at the 16-yard line. On to a victory formation now. And that should be it. That should be the last snap of the game. As
Bulldogs take
Poland will end up at the end of this 3-0 on the season. Firelands will fall to 0-3. But you see some of the strength of Firelands here with the slower game, with the rain coming down.
Sure.
They can compete with folks. And
absolutely.
And certainly they showed that tonight. But Poland, defensively, again, outstanding. Multiple turnovers again. And they look like they are going to get the shutout. As Fireland's actually going to maybe take a shot downfield on this. We'll see. Toby Cash in the shotgun, a wing to the left. Twin receivers to the far side. And who's going to hand this ball off up the middle? And it'll be brought down near the 23-yard line. And that should wrap it up here from Oberlin, Ohio. Poland's going to get out of here with a 19-0 win over the Firelands Falcons. So we will step aside for a timeout. When we come back, post-game show here as we wrap it up. From Oberlin, Ohio, you are listening to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio, WRQX AM 600 The Patriot, as well as Sports Radio 1240. We're back on the other side of this break.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on the iMedia One Network. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region and beyond in pursuit of a premier amateur football league championship. And if you're looking to continue your playing or coaching career after high school, college, or even the pros, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football or call owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. A part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football.
Discount Power Sports at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard is hosting a raffle for a 125cc Ventura ATV. Tickets are $30 each, and 100 tickets are available. For each raffle, when those 100 are gone, a winner will be drawn and a new raffle will begin. Tickets can be purchased at any Hubbard home game or at 778 North Main Street, or by calling 330-717-4441. $1,500 from each raffle will go toward a scholarship for the Hubbard Youth Coalition. Accidents happen happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192.
We now return you to the Cleveland Cobras High School football game of the week on the iMedia One Network.
Post-game show here as we wrap it up here from rainy Oberlin, Ohio tonight. It's been a case of two things, either light rain or heavy rain, and that's been it.
It's rain.
Take a look at the scoring recap here tonight as the Poland Bulldogs get the 19-0 win here, as it would be McCauley getting the 8-yard touchdown reception from Vito Camaro. That came at 6:44 the first quarter. That would get Poland on the board by a score of 6-0. At 3:32 of the first quarter, it would be Vito Camaro on a 42-yard run. He'd get into the end zone. They would convert on the extra point. It would make it 13-0 at the half. No scoring until 4:26 was left in the fourth quarter, and Chase Jones would get into the end zone on a 5-yard touchdown run. Did not convert on the extra point. And that brings us to our 19-0 score. And aside from the weather issues, ball handling, another great performance by Poland. Offensively, very efficient. Defensively, again, we talked about the fast and physical part of the Bulldogs, creating those turnovers. They are in a great position to meet Canfield next week.
Yeah, and keep in mind that they had I believe there was 5 starters that were out. So that also was a factor today. But again, they did what they had to do. They came up here in some slop and got it done, and that's all that counts.
Take a look at some of the numbers from the game. First downs in favor of Poland, 21-10. Poland would rush 48 times for 174 yards. Coach, talk defense here. Falcons, 22 carries, 1 yard.
Yeah, again, we talked about Poland's defense. Let me tell you what, they were sturdy tonight.
Poland not much through the air tonight. They were 1 for 3, and that one completion was an 8-yard touchdown pass to McCauley. And the Falcons 1 for 6. As again, not a whole lot of passing going on tonight here in this torrential downpour. So Poland 51 plays for 182 yards. Falcons offensively 30 plays for only 5 yards. Poland holding the Falcons offense to 0.2 yards a carry. And the Poland Bulldogs would also get 2 turnovers. Third down conversions, a little bit better for Poland there in the second half. They were 6 of 11. The Falcons 4 of 11. And then on fourth down conversions, Poland would go 3 for 5. And the Falcons 0 for 1. Individual stats here as we wrap it up here in the post game. Vito Camaro 1 for 8. And McCauley 1 reception for 8 yards. In terms of rushing, it would be Vito Camaro, 15 carries, 103 yards. An outstanding yardage pick as far as average. You can't really complain about that. Chase Jones, 22 carries for 90 yards. Pano Zipolidis, 4 carries for 15 yards. And Angelo Angelilli, 3 carries for 6 yards. For the Firelands Falcons, Liam Tobicash, 1 for 5 for 4 yards. And receptions would be Max Stinson, the only reception of the night, would go for 4 yards. Colin Scott, he'd carry 12 times for 15 yards. But, again, that Poland defense stifling there. And, again, we're really looking at a great matchup here. Canfield, though, down right now. And, again, uncharacteristically being shut out. As those two teams will meet next Friday right here on Western Reserve Radio, WRQX AM 600, The Patriot. And we'll take a look at if we can get this to reload here, Coach. The Discount Power Sports scoreboard update here one last time here before we get you out of here. So we wrap up this rainy night in Oberlin. We'll look at Austintown Fitch shutting out Glen Oak 28-0. Champion they have come back in the fourth quarter to take the 25-24 lead over Camel. Western Reserve and Columbiana all tied up at 7. East Palestine 10, Bridgeport nothing. The Hubbard-Howland game, no update on that. That game was delayed and was scheduled for an 8:30 start. Waterloo and Lisbon all tied up at 6. Massillon Perry still with a 9-7 lead over Warren Harding. And Canfield in the third quarter down 35-0 to Olmsted Falls. Salem looking for their first win. They are leading East Liverpool 13-0. South Range 38, Barberton 0. Beaver Local trails St. Clairsville 14-7. And over on the PA side, I only bring this up because it's an interesting score, Coach. Grove City 71, Titusville 22. Grove City going on the road, putting up 71 points. Wyndham, they take a lead over Jackson Milton 12-8. And I thought maybe that game was in a delay, but I can't confirm that. Boardman with a 15-0 lead over Cheney. Steubenville, now they start to pull away from Mooney, 24-14, that game being played at Youngstown State. Crestview 14, United nothing. And over on Western Reserve Radio 2 at Sports Radio 1240, Ursuline got the win 27-0. Of course, that game with Mark Means and Dave Clark. West Branch all over Girard 41-7. Niles shutting out Lakeside 18-0. And in the third inning, Liberty 6, Lakeview 2. Mobile, they finished the night with 47 points. They knock off Tuscarawas County 47-8. Clearview leading McDonald right now 12-7. And Mineral Ridge, no problem with St. Thomas Aquinas. Mineral Ridge will get the win. Matthews will get their first win of the season. They knock off Newton Falls by a score of 20-0. And I don't believe that is final. I believe they're late in the fourth quarter on that one. Sharon 42, Slippery Rock, nothing. Geneva, at last count, was leading Springfield 13-7. And Struthers, they get the win over Doane Community 40-6. Wilmington 14 and New Bedford 7. And finally, Youngstown East Golden Bears with a 28-0 lead over Cleveland JFK. And Coach, another great slate of games here in the Valley on a rainy night. But again, we look forward to next week as the Bulldogs will remain on the road, kinda. You just go about 5 miles west. You're in Canfield. Yeah. Should be a fantastic crowd there for the Battle of 224.
Always is.
Canfield, Poland, they'll go at it right here on on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600. And then over on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240, we'll have Niles at Hubbard.
There we go.
Again, we want to remind you tomorrow. Football's not over for us this weekend, Coach. Tomorrow, the Grove City Wolverines will kick off their 2024 campaign with our own Mark Means as they will take on the Geneva Golden Tornadoes. The Grove City Wolverines headed deep into the playoffs last year, and I think, you know what, my gut tells me they may even go a little further this year.
Yep, and then our Penguins play Saturday.
Yes, they will kick off their home schedule tomorrow at Stambaugh Stadium there, and certainly we hope the best for the Penguins. Young man starting at quarterback there that we're all familiar with from Springfield.
Yes, indeed, Mr. Bro Brungard.
And the last Brungard to wear number 12 at Youngstown State University, of course, his father, Mark.
Mark, which is, again, we have talked about it for years. What a great family. Very good tradition over there and good Christian people.
Yeah, certainly a fantastic group of folks over there. We covered Springfield for several years there in the New Middletown area, and you can't ask for a better group of people. Before we wrap it up here, I want to thank all of our sponsors, Jesse Caldwell and the Cleveland Cobras, Malutic Live, Repair That Glass, the Mahoning Valley Federals, Discount Power Sports, Lena's Pierogi House, and of course, Brian Tolnar and Mill Creek Metro Parks Golf Course. They have been constant supporters of the iMedia One Network, and we appreciate it. Also want to thank the administration from Firelands here as they treated us so well tonight here. Food up in the press box, all the drink you could have, and helped us out with a lot of things here. And certainly, we love to work with these folks here and have a good time here. But we also want to thank Brian Banfield and the administration at Poland for having us as well as we cover the Poland Bulldogs here in this 2024 season. So for the coach, Bob Gessler, for Matt Craven and Dave Ferris back in the Gessler Propane Studio, I'm Jim Craven. Thanks for joining us tonight here in Oberlin, Ohio, as Poland, they get the win 19-0 over the Firelands Falcons, and we hope to see you next Friday right back here on WRQX AM 600, The Patriot, and Western Reserve Radio as the Bulldogs travel to Canfield to take on the Cardinals. We hope you have a fantastic football-filled weekend. We'll see you again next week.
Good night, all.
Thank you for joining us for this special presentation of Western Reserve Radio.
And we now return to our regularly scheduled programming.